Have you ever paused in the stillness of your soul and wondered if the whisper you hear, the quiet, persistent call stirring within, is truly my voice? Even amid the ceaseless noise of your days, amidst the tumults of doubt and the unseen tremors of your fears, I speak to you now, for I have beheld the longing in your spirit and the hope that flickers within you like a hidden ember in the cold of night. I have known you, my beloved, since before the dawn of your breath, since before time wove its delicate thread through the tapestry of your existence. In the silent sanctuary of your mother's womb, I formed you, knitting you together with infinite care, inscribing my purpose upon the chambers of your heart. With a love beyond mortal tongue's ability to utter, I have watched over you, my gaze never wavering, my hand never withdrawing. Each day I call your name, soft as the morning breeze, persistent as the rolling tide, reminding you of my unceasing mercy, my immeasurable grace, and the sacred promise I wove into the very marrow of your being. You were not ushered into a world of splendor, yet I set my gaze upon you and anointed you as a beacon in the gathering dusk, a vessel of light, a herald of my truth, a bringer of hope to the weary souls wandering lost in shadow. Now I come once more to awaken that divine spark, to stir the embers of faith within you, that they may burn with renewed fervor despite the tempests that have sought to quench their glow. Oh, my beloved, I know you. I see the burdens that weigh upon you, the unseen battles that rage within. I have watched the shadows of worry creep into your mind, the storms of adversity thunder against your door, the relentless tide of doubt seeking to drag you beneath its depths. You have walked through the crucible of affliction. You have wandered through the wilderness of fear and despair, yet still you stand. Battered perhaps, but unbroken. You stand because my breath fills your lungs, because my strength upholds you even when you feel too weak to go on. I have not forsaken you, not in the darkest night, nor in the fiercest trial. When unseen dangers prowled the night, I commanded my angels concerning you. Their unseen hands lifted a shield about you, deflecting arrows meant for your destruction. I have confounded every scheme against you, dismantled every snare laid in secret. For I am your defender, your stronghold, your refuge in the storm. I fought for your calling when the enemy sought to steal it away, when darkness conspired to silence your voice, to crush your spirit beneath the weight of sorrow. Hate sought to wound you. Venomous tongues rose to tear you down. Despair sought to drain the fire from your soul. But I descended in my mercy, lifted you in my unfathomable love, and anointed you with healing oil, that you might rise again, radiant with the glory I have placed within you. I have placed 1,000 dreams within your heart, and I alone have the power to bring them to fruition. I have unlocked doors no hand can close. I have crafted you into a warrior, clothed you in garments of strength, and set within you a fire that cannot be quenched, a flame meant to guide you, to comfort you, to embolden you in the face of despair. You were not fashioned to shrink back, to cower before hardship. You were formed with purpose, carved from eternity's depths, destined to carry my light to the ends of the earth. Look now upon your life, my beloved. Trace the steps of your journey, the hidden battles you have survived, the silent victories I have wrought on your behalf. Every breath you have drawn, every sunrise that has kissed your face, is a testament to my unwavering devotion. Recall the moments when deliverance came unseen, when provision met you at the brink of despair, when my presence enveloped you though your eyes could not see. Even when you questioned, even when you faltered, I remained. The rock beneath your feet, the shelter above your head, the steady hand that never lets go. I know the nights you have wept in secret, wondering if you were enough, if you were truly chosen for the road I have laid before you. Hear me now. I delight in you. My joy is to see you thrive, to watch you walk unburdened by the chains of fear, free from the yoke of shame and uncertainty. Though the world may misunderstand you, though voices may rise to cast doubt upon your purpose, know this: I have called you, and my call is irrevocable. The applause of men is fleeting, the approval of the world shifting as the sands, but my love is unshakable, my acceptance of you absolute. You are seen, my beloved. You are known. You are cherished beyond measure. And so I ask you now, will you trust me? Will you place your tomorrows in my hands and surrender the weight of your dreams to my perfect design? Do not be dismayed by the skepticism of those who do not understand your path, for their doubt is not your truth. Their disbelief holds no power over the plans I have set in motion for you. My purpose for you stands firm, unyielding as the mountains, unwavering as the stars that I have flung into the heavens. Take my hand, beloved, and walk with me. Ascend the heights I have prepared for you. Step onto the paths you once feared to tread. Though the climb may be steep, though the waters may rage and the valleys may seem desolate, know this: I go before you. I walk beside you. I uphold you with a love that cannot fail. There will be days when discouragement whispers in your ear, when weariness begs you to surrender the fight, but I have placed within you a spirit of endurance, a will that cannot be broken, a faith that can move mountains. Do not retreat. Do not waver. Stand firm in the calling I have spoken over your life, for I have fortified you with my strength, and I will sustain you through every storm. Do not wait for others to recognize your worth or acknowledge your struggle. I have already crowned you with my favor. I have clothed you in my righteousness. You seek acceptance in the eyes of men, but I tell you, my love is greater than any earthly validation, more steadfast than the fleeting applause of the world. If some do not celebrate your journey, it is because their hearts are not aligned with the vision I have placed within you. But I celebrate you. I rejoice over you with singing. Rest now in my presence, and know that I have withheld no good thing from you. I am pouring out my blessings upon your home, leaving signs of my grace in every corner of your life. Lift your eyes, my beloved. The dawn is breaking. The light is rising, and I am with you, now and forevermore. Lay your burdens before me, and I shall cause you to flourish in body, mind, and spirit. Stand firm in devotion. Lift your eyes to the heavens, and behold how I pour forth blessings as an unceasing torrent, drenching the parched earth of your soul. Let your gratitude rise like a flame upon the altar, a luminous testimony that I have never forsaken you, nor shall I ever turn away. Speak your trust into the silence of the night. Let your whispered faith stir the depths of eternity, for I hear every murmur of praise, every sigh of desperation, and I cherish them as a father treasures the voice of his beloved child. Come before me unguarded and unmasked, desiring not favor nor reward, but only the light of my presence. In that sacred space of sincerity, I shall unveil my grace in ways unfathomable, revealing the depths of my compassion to you. Draw near, and I will make you an instrument of my mercy, your words a balm to the weary, your prayers a fortress for the weak, your simplest kindnesses a ripple of healing across the great expanse of the world. When you kneel for a stranger, when you bless the undeserving, when you cast aside resentment and choose to love, each act resounds like a song in the courts of heaven. Remember, my child, how I have lifted you from the pit of despair. Recall the hour when shadows gathered, when your strength ebbed and your heart faltered. In that moment I was already moving unseen, weaving redemption from ruin, crafting deliverance from what seemed insurmountable. My power is made perfect in the ashes of your exhaustion. My wisdom illuminates when all else is obscured. Cling to this truth. Though all else fades, I remain unshaken. I am the anchor that holds through the fiercest storm, the refuge that cannot be breached. Let not bitterness take root within you, nor allow cynicism to erode the purity of your faith. Many will scoff, their eyes blind to the unseen, their hearts veiled against wonder. They shall say, "Where is your God?" But they know not that faith is the key to the miraculous, that surrender unlocks the gates of glory. Stand resolute and do not waver, for I have chosen you to be the vessel of my mighty works. The smallest offering, given in trust, shall be multiplied beyond reckoning. Where others see desolation, I see a field ripe for my majesty. Though adversaries conspire and plot, their schemes are but dust before me, for my hand upholds you, and no darkness shall prevail. Darkness, do not fear the obstacles that arise, nor tremble before the trials that loom, for they are not the end, but the passage to greater things. Every hardship refines, every struggle reshapes, purging what is false, strengthening what is true. In time, you shall look back and see how the fire did not consume, but tempered, how the valley was not a grave, but a proving ground for the glory to come. I am shaping you into a pillar of strength, not that you may boast, but so that you might lift those who have fallen, that your hands might steady the trembling, your voice might call forth the lost. Let love be your banner, humility your compass, faithfulness your crown. As I have loved you with a love unquenchable, so must you pour forth that love without measure. Let it flow through you like a river, reaching the forgotten, the wounded, even those who have wounded you. Keep your prayers alive. Let them rise as incense before me, for they are the sparks that ignite the fire of hope within your soul. Do not despair when answers seem delayed, for my timing is woven into a grand design you cannot yet perceive. What seems like silence is the moment I am fashioning the most profound transformation of your life. Wait upon me, beloved, for I do not fail. Even as the world crumbles, I remain your unshakable foundation, the rock upon which no storm prevails. Lift your head and cast off the weight of shame. I have washed you in grace, clothed you in righteousness, and called you my own. No condemnation shall cling to you, for my mercy has spoken the final word. Though the voices of the world declare you unworthy, my voice alone holds the power of truth. My sacrifice has paid for every debt. My love has sealed your redemption. The chains of the past hold no claim upon you, for I have broken them with the force of my boundless love. Even now, I see the battle within you, the hesitation in your heart. You wonder if my love could truly be so vast, so unwavering, so relentless in its pursuit. But I tell you, my love is beyond measure. It seeks you in the darkness, calls to you in the wilderness, stands guard over you through every tempest. I have counted your tears, gathered them as sacred offerings, each one a testimony of the faith that has not withered. I do not chastise you for your doubts. I steady you. I hold you. I whisper courage into your trembling soul. Do not exhaust yourself seeking the approval of men, for their voices are fleeting as the wind. Let their clamor fall away. Listen instead to my voice, gentle but unwavering, calling you into the fullness of all I have prepared for you. Whether you stand in solitude or in the midst of multitudes, my presence is near, bridging every chasm within your heart. When you feel unworthy, I crown you with dignity. When you falter, I uphold you. When you feel lost, I guide you with unfailing hands. My strength finds its perfection in your weakness. My power transforms the broken into the unbreakable. Hold fast to me now. Press into the certainty of my faithfulness. Let go of regret, of fear, of every weight that seeks to entangle your spirit. See how I clothe you in celebration, array you in garments of honor, set before you a table of abundance. The pain you have endured, the trials that scorched your path, shall become the foundation from which compassion flows. One day you shall lead others through the valleys you once feared, your wisdom, a beacon to the wandering. Where you once walked in isolation, I shall draw you into fellowship with those who share your hunger for truth and your heart for kindness. Where you once felt impoverished, I shall open the floodgates of my provision, supplying your every need from the storehouses of heaven. I have watched over you in your weariness, seen the sincerity of your heart even in your frailty. I have cherished every whispered vow, every quiet surrender, every moment you turned your face toward me, despite the heaviness of your soul. You are seen, my child. You are known, and you are deeply loved. Though the mountains crumble and the oceans roar, my covenant with you shall never waver. No distance, no failure, no rejection from men can sever the bond I have sealed in eternity. You are mine, and I am forever yours. Nothing in all of creation, neither the vastness of the heavens nor the depths of the abyss, can sever you from the boundless love I pour upon you. If you wander through the valley, where shadows stretch long and sorrow whispers despair, know that I am the eternal flame, illuminating your path with unwavering light. If you stand atop the highest summit, where the air is thin and the world lies beneath your feet, let each breath you draw be a testament to my sustaining presence. Look around, beloved, for the very rhythm of your heartbeat sings of my mercy. Every battle you have conquered, every storm you have withstood, was not by chance, but by the quiet strength of my grace at work within you. When joy blossomed unexpectedly in the midst of weeping, it was my gentle reminder that darkness holds no dominion over the dawn I have ordained for you. I bid you to see yourself as I see you, chosen, beloved, redeemed beyond measure. Cast aside the heavy garments of guilt and condemnation, for they are but remnants of a past that no longer defines you. You are not the sum of your failures, nor the echo of voices that misunderstand you. You are mine, set apart for a destiny sculpted by my own hand. Do not let despair take root, for seasons do not linger beyond their appointed time. As winter yields to spring and the tempest bows to calm skies, so too shall your sorrow give way to rejoicing. Even if your heart now bears the weight of loss, do not believe for a moment that I am distant. My touch is restorative. My love is a force that mends the broken, revives the weary, and breathes hope into what once lay in ruins. I am ever near, moving unseen, preparing the way before you. Anticipate my intervention, for I delight in revealing my power to those who call upon me in faith. Perhaps you have been overlooked by those who once praised you, or the road ahead seems veiled in uncertainty. Fear not, for I have already gone before you, charting a course that leads to goodness and peace. Some doors may have closed, not as punishment, but as a divine redirection, protecting you from paths that would have led to ruin. Trust in my design, for even endings serve their purpose, guiding you toward a future bathed in my light. I am not a God of harm, but of flourishing, and I long to see you rooted in abundance, like a tree planted by streams of living water. So, stand firm, my beloved, and do not abandon the seeds of hope I have sown within you. Even when the soil of your circumstances seems barren, know that I am the master gardener, breaking through every hardened place. Nurture your dreams with prayer, and let faith be the sunlight that coaxes them to life. In due time, you shall reap a harvest beyond your imagining. And as you grow, walk humbly, never forgetting that each victory is but a reflection of my goodness, each triumph a moment to extend grace to those still journeying through their wilderness. Your family, too, is cradled in my hands, Do not despair over discord, for I am the weaver of unity, the restorer of what is fractured. Speak life where anger would demand curses. Cover your loved ones in intercession rather than in bitter words. Yes, discipline has its place, but let it be infused with my love, so that correction heals rather than wounds. Invite my peace into your home, and I shall dwell among you, replacing strife with harmony, sorrow with joy. Even in the quiet hours of the night as you sleep unguarded, know that I watch over you, whispering words of comfort into your soul, filling your spirit with visions of renewal. When morning breaks, rise with the knowledge that each day is a gift, a thread woven into the grand tapestry of my design. Should you stumble, my hand is already reaching to steady you. If you falter, do not despair, for I am the one who lifts the fallen, who breathes courage into the faint-hearted. Growth is a journey, not a race. Each season serves its purpose. In the waiting, character is refined. In the trials, resilience is forged. In the silence, my still, small voice becomes clearer. Trust that not a single moment is wasted in my hands. Every experience, whether radiant with joy or shadowed with pain, is a vessel through which I shape you and prepare you to pour life into others. Abandon the urgency to measure your path against another's. Comparison is a thief of peace, but my love is your steady anchor. Fix your gaze upon me, and let my everlasting arms uphold you. Call upon me in your darkest hour, and I will answer, for I am not a distant deity, but an ever-present refuge. Confide in me with your unspoken fears, your regrets, your hidden wounds. I will never use them against you. My heart overflows with compassion, longing to bestow upon you a peace that surpasses all understanding. Even now, as you read these words, let the stirring in your spirit remind you of my nearness. Like a gentle embrace, my presence wraps around you, soothing every ache, breathing life into every weary corner of your soul. Hear this truth, my beloved. You are never alone. I am your steadfast companion, your unshakable stronghold, your Redeemer whose love knows no bounds. The storms may rage, but they will not consume you, for I stand as your shield. People may come and go, but my devotion to you is eternal. Not even your own doubts can separate you from my embrace. When you fall, I call you to rise again. When you falter, my grace is already at work. I am the lifter of your head, never the accuser, never the destroyer of your spirit. So lift your eyes and behold the horizon of your destiny. What seems an obstacle today will soon become a testimony of my power. What once broke your heart will one day be a story of my restoration. Your trembling weakness will be transformed into an unshakable foundation of faith. Therefore, fear not, but embrace this invitation to live boldly, to pursue the dreams I have placed within you with unrelenting joy, knowing that I am your provider, your sustainer, your ever-present help in times of need. You are precious to me. If you have ever doubted your worth, let that doubt be silenced now. If you have questioned whether your voice carries meaning, know that it speaks forth my truth. If you have feared that you are unworthy of love, be assured that I love you beyond all human measure. Let every chain of condemnation be shattered. Step into the liberty my grace has purchased for you. Walk in the confidence of a cherished child, knowing that your Father's favor rests upon you. Bring to me your burdens, your worries, your anxious thoughts, and lay them at my feet. Do not let fear cloud the beauty of the dawn, for I hold all your tomorrows. My plan does not fail. Even when you see no immediate change, trust in my perfect timing, for I am the God of miracles, and I am never late. Take my hand and let me lead you, for my grip is strong, and I will never forsake you in the midst of the journey. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the floodgates of blessing. If bitterness has taken root, release it unto me. If resentment has built walls around your heart, let my love tear them down. Step into freedom, and let joy rise within you, for I am making all things new. My beloved, I have watched the weight of sorrow press upon your spirit, the ache of longing that echoes through your soul like a lonely wind across barren lands. But hear me now. I am the one who rends the veil of despair, the one who tears down every stronghold that binds you, that you may step into the boundless light of my presence. I long to demolish every fear, every doubt, every chain of sorrow that has wrapped itself around your heart, for I have destined you for joy, for peace, for a revelation of my love deeper than the ocean and more vast than the heavens. Bring me your tears, your heartbreak, your anger. Do not hide them, do not withhold them. I am the one who collects every drop of sorrow, who turns mourning into dancing and garments of heaviness into robes of praise. I will take your wounds, your burdens, and I will cleanse them in the river of my mercy until not a trace remains. Through the refining fire of my love, you will rise anew, with a heart enlarged beyond what you thought possible. A heart that loves with a depth and purity that defies all human limitation. You will become a vessel of reconciliation, a channel through which my grace flows like living water to the thirsty and the weary. Do not despair when doors seem closed before you, when the road appears impassable, when silence lingers where you long for answers. For I, the Eternal One, see the end from the beginning. Where you perceive a dead end, I am already carving a path through the wilderness. Where you feel trapped, I am working unseen, orchestrating a deliverance beyond your imagining. Trust in me, for I will guide you with clarity, sending companions upon your journey, kindred spirits whose hearts beat in rhythm with mine. While some will fade into the past, those meant to walk beside you in this season will remain steadfast, unwavering in their love and support. I will unite you with those whose spirits burn with the same fire, whose presence will ignite your faith and renew your strength. Come to me, my beloved, with every burden you have carried, with every regret that whispers in the quiet hours of night, with every fear that clouds your vision of tomorrow. Lay them before me, surrender them into my hands, and watch as I transform them into stepping stones toward the destiny I have prepared for you. Release your grip on the illusion of control, and let my peace, deeper than the chasms of the earth, flood your soul. My spirit is at work within you even now, shaping, preparing, refining, readying you for the outpouring of blessings yet unseen. My love reaches beyond the edges of the world, filling the spaces where you have felt empty, bringing purpose to your pain and promise to your dreams. Stand firm against the voices that mock your faith, those who scoff and say that miracles are mere relics of the past. Do they not see? Do they not understand? I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My power undiminished, my works unceasing in the lives of those who dare to believe. Yes, I will lift the lowly, I will exalt the humble, I will take what the world casts aside and crown it with my glory. The proud may revel in their wisdom, but my kingdom is unveiled to those with childlike trust, to those who look beyond the fleeting applause of men and fix their eyes upon me. Breathe deeply now. Inhale the peace I pour into your spirit. Let it settle into the hidden recesses of your heart, where once worry took root. Let your shoulders release the weight they were never meant to carry. The yoke I place upon you is not heavy. It is a yoke of trust, woven from the certainty of my presence. You were not made to languish in despair, but to rise on the winds of hope, to soar where once you stumbled. Spread wide the wings of your faith, for I am lifting you beyond the troubles that seemed insurmountable. I am granting you a vision, a holy perspective that pierces beyond the veil of hardship into the eternal purpose for which you were created. And even if you stumble, do not let shame consume you. Every fall is but an opportunity to learn, to grow, to cling ever closer to my grace. Let your missteps be your teachers, not your tyrants, for in humility you will find the safest refuge, my arms outstretched and waiting. You need not hide your wounds from me. I see them already. And my response? Mercy, compassion, love that does not waver. Bring them all to me and watch as I shape you into a bearer of hope, a light in the darkness, a testimony of my faithfulness. Consider this moment a new beginning, the dawn of a new day, where the past loses its grip and the future shimmers with promise. Rise from the dust of disappointment, shake off the ashes of yesterday's sorrow, and fix your gaze upon me. Step by step, I will lead you. Step by step, I will unfold a story more wondrous than you have dared to dream. A journey into peace that stills storms, into love that melts away bitterness, into faith that moves mountains. Speak to me, my beloved, with the honesty of your soul. Do not fear to bring me your doubts, your pain, your longing. I welcome them all, for in the rawness of your prayers, I will meet you with the tenderness of my presence. In our communion you will find the remedy for every sorrow, the strength for every trial. Yes, even now I am weaving together the strands of your life into a tapestry of wonder. Even now I am preparing moments of divine appointment, aligning resources, shedding light into the corners of your heart that have known too much darkness. Your tears have not been ignored. Your cries have not been unheard. Trust in the boundless depths of my compassion and hold fast to the unwavering truth that I am with you, leading you into a future where hope reigns and love triumphs. Have you wondered why my words to you are filled with reminders of your worth, your calling, your destiny? It is because I long for you to see yourself through my eyes, to understand that every dream I have placed within you is within your reach. From the first breath I spoke into you, I infused you with divine purpose. No trial can uproot what I have planted. No storm can undo what I have ordained. Though adversaries may rise, though discouragement may loom, a single spark of my light will drive them away. I have not called you to this journey to abandon you, but to reveal the magnitude of my grace working in you and through you. Do not allow your past mistakes to hold you back from my embrace. I already know every chapter of your story, and yet I call you worthy. I'm not deterred by your flaws. I extend my hand to guide you beyond them, into healing, into strength, into joy. Open your heart, my beloved, to the possibilities that once seemed beyond reach. Remember the times I have rescued you, the moments I shielded you from calamity before you even knew it was near. Do you not see? My angels have stood guard over you. My power has been a fortress around you. No wave of adversity has risen without my knowledge, and no trial has come that I have not used to refine you. Do not fear the unknown. Do not tremble before uncertainty. No force exists that is greater than my love for you. Step forward, unafraid. Walk into the life I have prepared, for I am with you, now and always. Yes, I am shaping you in the fire of courage, tempering your spirit as steel refined in the furnace of trial. I am forging within you an unshakable confidence, one that stands tall and resolute, even when the tempests of life rage and the shadows stretch long before you. Each step you take into the unknown, each moment you surrender your fears and walk forward by faith, you weave a tapestry of trust, one thread at a time. Do not tremble at the uncertainty, nor recoil at the trials before you. For in the very crucible of adversity, my power is revealed. The storms you endure are not punishments, but divine stages upon which my wonders unfold, where the impossible bows before my sovereignty, and the miraculous is written into the story of your life. The world looks upon trials and sees only hardship, but I call you to see deeper, to recognize in every battle an opportunity for my hand to move, to strengthen, to provide. The waves that threaten to overtake you are the very waters upon which you will walk if you fix your gaze upon me. I have entrusted you with a sacred commission, to be a beacon for the weary, a voice of hope to those crushed beneath the burdens of despair. Let your words be a healing balm, an ointment for wounded souls. Speak of the solace you have found in my presence. Proclaim how my love lifted you from the abyss of sorrow when all light seemed lost. Let your testimony be a song of redemption, a melody of second chances that reminds the brokenhearted that my love is relentless, my mercy boundless, my grace an ever-flowing river that revives the parched soul. Your story, with all its valleys and mountaintops, is not a mere collection of events. It is a lamp set upon a hill, illuminating the path for others. If you ever feel inadequate for the calling I have placed upon you, remember, it is not your strength that will sustain you, but mine. I pour wisdom into your mind like rain upon dry earth. I anoint your thoughts with clarity, your decisions with discernment, and your hands with the strength to accomplish what you could never achieve alone. Your limitations are but an empty vessel, ready to be filled with my power. Offer me your willingness, no matter how small, and watch as I multiply it, expanding your reach, amplifying your voice, and accomplishing through you what you once deemed impossible. Do not fear that your acts of love and kindness will fade unnoticed into the void. In my kingdom, no seed of goodness is ever wasted. Every deed, no matter how small, is a ripple upon the waters, carrying forth waves of transformation beyond what your eyes can see. When you give from the depths of your heart, you are not diminished but enlarged, for love that is poured out is never depleted. It is replenished in overflowing measure by my own hand. And when the path ahead seems lonely, when those once dear drift away like autumn leaves upon the wind, do not let sorrow embitter your heart. Some are with you for only a season, woven into your journey for a time, but not meant to remain. I see beyond the present moment, beyond what you can comprehend. Trust that every meeting and every farewell is by my design, for I am the weaver of all connections, the master of divine appointments. Though loneliness may press against your spirit, know that I am near. I am your dwelling place, your refuge, your everlasting companion. Seek me in the silence, and I will fill the emptiness with my presence. In the stillness I will whisper to your soul, revealing mysteries of my heart that only the quiet can unveil. Pause, my beloved, and look back upon the road you have traveled. The journey has not been without pain, yet every trial has shaped you. Every hardship has strengthened you. Every wound has been bound by my own hands. I'm not finished writing your story. The pages ahead brim with victories yet unseen, with reconciliations long prayed for, with doors yet unopened, revealing greater territories than you have imagined. Every chapter of loss has been followed by a new dawn. Every heartbreak that sought to shatter you has instead forged a resilience within you that the world cannot break. What you once deemed unattainable, I have brought forth in my perfect timing. My plans have never wavered, and my purposes for you stand firm. Yet in all things, remember this: humility is the key that unlocks the storehouses of my grace. Do not raise your victories as banners of self-glory, forgetting the one who has empowered you. Pride erects walls that stifle my blessings, but a heart bowed in gratitude welcomes an outpouring beyond measure. Approach me daily with a spirit of thanksgiving, acknowledging that every good and perfect gift flows from my hands. Breathe in the air of my mercy, walk in the light of my provision, and let your soul rejoice, not in what you have done, but in the unfathomable love that sustains you, Let your life be rooted in love, your every action an echo of my compassion. Speak with kindness, move with grace, and surrender your plans into my hands. Look around you. See the weary, the wandering, the brokenhearted, who long for someone to notice their pain. Reach out to them with the same tenderness I have shown you. Be my hands upon the earth, my voice of comfort, my vessel of healing. As you pour into others, you will find your own heart overflowing. For giving does not deplete you, rather, it enlarges your capacity to experience more of me. You wonder how you will sustain the journey ahead, how you will bear the weight of all I have placed upon your heart. Hear this, my beloved. My grace has already gone before you. It awaits you in every tomorrow. You need not fear the days to come, nor be burdened by the weight of what is not yet revealed. Trust me in this present moment. Release the regrets of yesterday. Cast off the anxieties of the future and rest in the steady embrace of my sovereignty. I am the Lord of your days, the anchor in every storm, the hand that lifts you when you falter. When the waves threaten to overwhelm you, step back into the stillness of my presence and let my peace enfold you. I did not create you to strive endlessly without rest. I fashioned you to abide, to dwell in the fullness of my joy. And when I bless you, do not trumpet it for self-gain. Let your heart remain reverent, your spirit humble. My gifts are not ornaments for display, but tools for love, for generosity, for lifting up those in need. Use what I have given you to strengthen your household, to be a source of refuge for others, and to cultivate a life of ceaseless gratitude. Steward well what I have entrusted to you, that in all things my name may be glorified, and my love may shine forth through you. An unquenchable light in a world longing for hope. My beloved, I have poured forth my blessings upon you like the gentle rain that nourishes the earth, and you in turn have stewarded them with faithfulness, humility, and love. You and I are bound by a covenant deeper than the ocean, more enduring than the mountains, for I have inscribed your name upon the palm of my hand. Should doubt ever creep upon the doorstep of your heart, whispering that I have withdrawn my presence, cast your eyes back upon the mighty works I have wrought in your life. Recall the prayers I have answered in the silence of your waiting, the doors I have opened when all seemed lost, the comfort I have whispered in the night when sorrow threatened to consume you. These are not fleeting moments, but markers of my steadfast faithfulness, memorial stones in the landscape of your soul that testify to my unrelenting love. Let not the weight of the present blind you to the miracles of the past, nor the uncertainty of the future steal the joy of today. Each moment of deliverance, each divine encounter, each unforeseen blessing is not meant for you alone, but to be shared, that others might find their hope renewed. In this way, your trials become testimonies, your victories a light upon the path of the weary. Know this, my eyes roam the earth ceaselessly, seeking those whose hearts are turned toward me, those who long for my presence in their laughter and their tears. I delight in you, my child, not because of your strength, but because you press on, because you seek me in both the abundance of joy and the valley of shadows. Your prayers rise before me as incense, sweet and fragrant, a testament of trust that reaches the very throne of heaven. Do not be deceived by the silence, nor dismayed by the delay. Your voice does not vanish into the void, nor do your cries fall unheard. Every whisper of faith is known to me. Every plea is gathered as a precious treasure. At times, I answer in the quiet unfolding of a new opportunity. At times, I move in the mighty waves of divine intervention. At times, I speak in a whisper that reaches into the depths of your soul when you least expect it. But never doubt I am listening. Never believe the lie that you are abandoned. You have not yet seen the full measure of my goodness, nor tasted the depth of my wonders. The road ahead may twist and turn, the path may darken before it brightens, and your faith may be tried by storms you never foresaw. But hear me, my beloved, hold fast to hope. It is not a fragile thing, but an anchor, sure and steadfast, which no tempest can sever. When confusion seeks to cloud your mind, come to me, and I will be your wisdom. When disappointment presses heavy upon your heart, lift your voice in praise, and I will fill you with a joy that defies understanding. When sorrow steals your words, let your tears speak, and I will gather them as sacred offerings, answering with arms of mercy that will not let you go. Behold, I am weaving something new, even in the trials you dread. In the very fire meant to consume you, I shall reveal my glory. What the enemy has purposed for harm, I will transform into a stepping stone toward a purpose more grand than you have imagined. Nothing is wasted in my design, not a single tear, not a single moment of suffering, not a single season of waiting. The day will come when you will stand on the other side of the valley, looking back with wonder at the tapestry I have woven. You will see how I have turned sorrow into strength, pain into wisdom, and waiting into the fulfillment of promises yet unseen. Release the past, my child. Let go of the regrets that chain you to what was. You are not defined by your mistakes, nor by the shadows of yesterday. My grace is a river deeper than your failures, stronger than your shame. My sacrifice has paid the price. My redemption has called you by a new name. Walk then, in the freedom I have given you. Leave behind the what-ifs, the if-onlys, the mournful sighs over roads not taken. Lift your gaze, for the path ahead is ripe with promise, rich with destiny. You are not bound to relive the past. My presence in your life changes the course of your future. Celebrate the victories, no matter how small. A kind word given, a temptation resisted, a hand extended to the brokenhearted. Do you not see? These are the very moments in which I'm present, moving through you, transforming the ordinary into the eternal. Heaven rejoices in your faithfulness, in your choice to love when it is hard, to show patience when frustration beckons, to speak life when the world speaks despair. The sum of these choices weaves a life that glorifies me in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Remain with me, beloved. Let not your faith be a fleeting flame, but a steady light that grows ever brighter. Seek me in the quiet hours, in the stillness of the morning, in the chaos of the day, in the silence of the night. Let my words shape your mind. Let my wisdom guide your steps. Let my spirit steady your soul. With each sunrise, I grant you a gift, another day, another chance to grow, to love, to walk in the fullness of all I have prepared for you. Fear not, for I am with you. Rejoice, for I go before you. Hope, for I am not finished writing your story, and the best is yet to come. Even as the world around you clamors with a restless fury, with voices rising like waves upon a storm-tossed sea, I call you to guard the sacred stillness where my presence dwells. In the quiet sanctuary of communion with me, where the noise of the world fades into a distant hum, you shall find the truest revelation of who you are, beloved beyond measure, called with purpose, entrusted with a destiny written before the foundations of the earth were laid. Let not the fleeting wisdom of men distract you from the eternal truths I whisper in the secret place. My spirit speaks of things no earthly mind can fully comprehend, unveiling mysteries unknown, illuminating paths unseen, pouring into your soul the divine nectar of understanding. Let the rush of the world subside, and let my words wash over you like a river of delight, restoring, renewing, and reviving the depths of your being. For in the hush of holy intimacy, wounds are healed, chains are shattered, and your spirit is renewed with strength beyond mortal comprehension. Yes, the trials of this world will come, for the earth groans under the weight of its fallen state. You will walk through valleys shadowed with sorrow, and the winds of adversity may howl against your path. But hear me, my child. These trials are not tombstones, but stepping stones. They are not signs of defeat, but altars upon which my deliverance is displayed. A delay is not a denial. A closed door is not the end of the journey. What seems like an obstacle may be the divine hand, redirecting you to a path far richer than what you once desired. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I'm the one who makes a way where none can be found. If I have stretched the heavens like a canvas and set the stars in their courses, can I not also order your steps in righteousness and lead you into the abundance of my will? Be prepared, for not all will understand the fire I have kindled within you. As you draw closer to me, some will misinterpret your devotion. They may call it unnecessary, extreme, or even foolish. Do not waste your breath in striving for their approval. Simply walk in integrity, clothed in the radiance of my love. In time they will see the fruit of your faith and marvel at the transformation wrought by my hand. Your life itself shall be the testimony that I live and move within those who seek me with all their hearts. Beware too of envy when you witness others receiving the blessings for which you have long prayed. The human heart, though redeemed, is prone to longing and comparison. But trust in my perfect design, for I am not a God of lack or favoritism. My storehouses are vast, overflowing beyond measure. What I bestow upon one does not diminish what I have prepared for you. Rejoice in my goodness, whether it is poured into your own cup or into the hands of another. In due season, the harvest I have ordained for you shall come, and it shall be exceedingly, abundantly beyond all you have hoped. Guard your heart as a watchman guards the gates of a mighty city. Do not allow the thorns of bitterness, doubt, or fear to take root in the soil of your soul. Let my words be the lamp unto your feet, my promises the fortress in which you take refuge. Speak life, meditate upon truth, and reject the whispers of the enemy who seeks to cloud your mind with despair. The past holds no power over you, and the chains that once bound you have been broken by the blood of the Lamb. You are free, free to dance in my courts, free to sing with the unshackled joy of redemption, free to chase the dreams I have planted within you. Even now, I am stirring within you a boldness unshaken by disappointment. I breathe life into gifts that have lain dormant. I reignite passions the world tried to extinguish. Do you hear my voice calling? Rise, my beloved, and walk forward. The path before you is not one of aimless wandering, but of divine destiny. Every decision, every step, every longing surrendered into my hands will be refined, pruned, and shaped for a glory yet to be revealed. Some things must be cut away, not as a punishment, but as a gardener prunes the vine, ensuring that greater fruitfulness will come. Trust my wisdom, for I withhold nothing from you that would bring forth true and lasting joy. Oh, my child, if only you could see yourself as I see you. You gaze at your present struggles and measure your worth by the weight of your trials, but I see the radiance of your unfolding story. The brilliance of your future is undiminished by your present suffering. Behind every difficulty, behind every door that appears shut, I stand ready to unveil my power in ways you have not yet imagined. Do you not know? Your story is woven into a tapestry far greater than your eyes can see. Every yes you offer me, every moment of faithfulness sends ripples into eternity, touching hearts you will never meet, shifting destinies beyond your comprehension. Your resilience, your trust, your steadfast love, these are the markers of a life surrendered to glory. I hold you close, my beloved. Even if fire rages around you, it shall not consume you. For I am the flame that protects, not destroys. When the waters threaten to rise above your head, I will lift you up, setting your feet upon the rock of my steadfastness. When your heart is wounded by the sorrows of this world, my love shall be the healing balm that restores you. Fix your gaze upon me and let my voice drown out every fear, every doubt, every lie. Breathe, my child. Inhale my peace. Exhale your anxieties. Know this, I have already overcome the world. If I'm for you, who then can stand against you? The days ahead are not filled with uncertainty, but with unfolding glory. You may not see every step before you, but I see it all, and I promise you this. My goodness will never fail you. The time has come for new chapters to be written, for new songs to rise from your lips. These days ahead will be marked by breakthroughs, by faith renewed, by love expanded beyond the borders of your understanding. When you placed your trust in me, I responded not with mere kindness, but with a grace that defies human reason. Stand firm, my beloved, for your story is still being told, and I am the author who scripts only victory. Let your heart be glad, for even in the unknown, I remain your steadfast refuge. My love for you is everlasting. My strength upholds you with unwavering might, and my wisdom guides you with a faithfulness that knows no end. Now go forward, walk in the radiance of this promise. I am with you always, and I will never let you go. Amen. My beloved child, as the dawn of a new year unfurls before you like a scroll yet to be written, pause beneath the heavens and remember. Look back upon the path you have walked, each step traced by my unseen hand, each sorrow cradled in my eternal embrace. You have not wandered alone, though at times the shadows whispered otherwise. When the weight of fear clutched your heart, when the storm of disappointment howled against your weary soul, I was there. I covered you beneath the shelter of my wings. I breathed hope into your spirit when the night felt unyielding. Even when your eyes could not see me, I was the unseen light guiding your way. Do you recall the moments when despair sought to drown you? When grief, like a heavy tide, pulled you into its depths? It was then, my beloved, that I carried you. My arms bore you through the tempest. My voice whispered through the wind, "Do not fear, for I am with you." Not once did I turn my face away, nor will I ever. You are mine, and nothing in all creation, no darkness, no sorrow, no trial, can sever you from the love I have wrapped around you since before time began. When joy crowned your days, when laughter spilled like golden light upon the mountaintops of your triumphs, I rejoiced with you. My delight in you is beyond the grasp of mortal understanding, for I, the Ancient of Days, fashioned you with divine intent. Your victories, your dreams, realized, your steps taken in faith. I have seen them all, and I have rejoiced, for you are the work of my hands. Now, as you stand at the threshold of the days to come, do not let fear hold dominion over your heart. You do not stand alone, but hand in hand with the one who spoke the stars into being. I, who parted the seas, who raised shepherds to kings, who breathed life into dry bones, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. The power that flung the galaxies into motion is alive within you. Walk forward in boldness, my child, for your future is not confined to earthly horizons, but extends into the endless dawn of eternity. Do not silence the dreams I have planted in your heart. Do not let the chains of doubt bind your feet. Arise. Move with unwavering steps, for I go before you. I am your pillar of fire in the night, your cloud of covering in the heat of the day. When uncertainty gathers like a storm, lift your eyes to me. I am your lighthouse upon the waters, your steady compass when all else shifts like sand beneath your feet. My words shall be your foundation, my spirit your unceasing companion. my peace your immovable anchor. I know you, my child. Every hidden longing, every whispered fear, every silent ache that others cannot see, I see them all. I know the wounds you carry, the regrets that press heavy upon your soul. Even when you feel unseen, misunderstood, or lost beneath the weight of your own missteps, I am here. I have never turned away, nor will I ever. My love is not diminished by your failings. It burns brighter than the darkness that seeks to overtake you. Therefore, do not remain where you have fallen. Do not allow fear or doubt to chain you to the past. You were created for far more than you can yet fathom. Rise, beloved, and walk forward with courage, for I have set a path before you, and it is good. The battles you have faced have not escaped my sight. The enemy has sought to shake you, to sift you like wheat, to weaken your spirit until your faith crumbled, like dust, between his fingers. But he has failed. I have stood in the gap for you. I have strengthened your frame with a holy resilience that cannot be stolen. You are not forsaken, nor are you forgotten. Just as I stood with David before the giant, so I stand with you now. No matter how feeble your faith may seem in your own eyes, it is enough. For I am the one who turns a mustard seed into a mountain mover. Your faith will shield you, your courage will be your sword, and through every trial, I will refine you as gold in the fire, until you shine with a brilliance that testifies of my glory. Do not resist the transformation I bring, the shifting of seasons, the winds of change. These are not meant to break you, but to awaken you. They are streams of living water, carving a new path within your heart, making a way where there was none. Let go of comparison, for I have woven you with a design that no other carries. You are not an echo of another's life. You are my masterpiece, crafted with intention, set apart for a purpose that is uniquely yours. You bear gifts, strengths, and insights that no one else can replicate. You're stronger than you know, bolder than you believe, and held in love deeper than you can comprehend. Oh, child of eternity, do you not see? You are more precious, more radiant, and far wiser than you have yet understood. If only you would trust me fully, your eyes would be unveiled, and you would behold the treasures I have placed in your hands. These are not mere tools, but divine gifts. Faith like a flame that cannot be extinguished, perseverance like a river carving through stone, wisdom brighter than the morning sun, and compassion vast as the heavens. With these, you shall break through walls that once seemed unyielding. You shall silence the voices of doubt, uproot the weeds of despair, and press onward with unshaken resolve. Yes, the road before you may be strewn with remnants of regret, thorns of accusation, and shadows of sorrow. But I have given you the strength to step over them, to scatter them like dust before the wind. Do not be weighed down by what was. Embrace what is to come. Even now, I extend my hand to you, offering a fresh anointing, a new beginning. You stand upon sacred ground, a realm of supernatural blessing that defies the limits of human reason. Here I do not wish for you to merely survive. I call you to flourish. But you must not let the shifting tides of emotion govern your steps. Anchor yourself in my truth as a mighty tree grips the earth, unshaken by the fiercest storm. When the world seeks to bind you with chains of guilt, when voices whisper accusations meant to make you stumble, remember, I alone define who you are. I have written your story in the heavens before the first dawn ever broke. My plans for you were woven into the very fabric of time, long before you drew your first breath. The enemy has sought to rob you, to steal your joy, to extinguish your hope, to crush the very will that keeps you pressing forward, but he will not prevail. No weapon formed against you can stand when my light shatters the darkness. So hear me, beloved. Choose joy. Not once, not merely when the road is easy, but every day, in every season, choose to rest in the certainty of my faithfulness. Though this world may wound you, though hearts you once trusted may turn against you, though kindness is often met with ingratitude, do not be dismayed. Many walk in blindness, driven by fear, willing to deceive and devour even those who love them most. They know not what they do. But you are different. You bear my likeness. You reflect my heart. I too have poured out blessings upon those who turned away. I too have watched as those I held close betrayed me with a kiss. And yet, my love has never diminished. It is I who command the sun to rise upon both the wicked and the righteous. I who send the rain upon those who curse my name as well as those who sing my praises. I do not withhold my goodness, for I am goodness itself. I am love. And it is from me and me alone that your strength, your provision, your very salvation flow. Think of my servant Moses as he stood before the Red Sea, the enemy pressing in behind him, the waters barring his way. Did I not make a path where none existed? Did I not lead my people through the depths and bring them safely to the other side? And so I shall do for you. You are not alone, nor will you ever be. I walk beside you step for step, breath for breath. So take heart, my beloved one. When the world ignores you, know that I call you by name. When fear and worry close in, remember how I have carried my children through wilderness and fire. I shall carry you too. When your heart is weary, come and rest in my presence. When your mind is burdened, lay your cares upon my shoulders. If despair grips you, lean into my promise. I will never leave you. I will never forsake you. Gather now the shattered pieces of your dreams. Do not cling to what is broken. Place them into my hands, for I am the potter, and I shall reshape them into something far greater than you have ever imagined. Take hold of my peace, the peace that surpasses all human reason. It is the same peace I breathed upon my disciples when they trembled in fear, the same peace that quiets the storm and stills the restless sea. Let it remind you, no mistake is beyond redemption. No sorrow is forever. No enemy, no darkness, no earthly trial can separate you from my love. I see you, my child. I know the weight you carry, the wounds that seem to deepen with each passing day, the silent fears that whisper lies of unworthiness. But hear me now. You are mine, and nothing shall ever take you from my hands. O child of sorrow and longing, you who wander beneath the weight of unseen burdens, hear now the voice of the Eternal One who calls to you across the chasm of your despair. Forgotten by the world, wounded by the cruelty of men, you have stumbled through the shadows, yearning for kindness, yet met with rejection, seeking refuge, yet finding none. I have seen your tears, each one a glistening jewel upon the altar of my mercy. I have heard your silent cries, woven into the very fabric of my heart. You wonder where I have been, why the heavens seemed silent while you battled the raging storm. But know this, I have never turned away. Not for a moment has my gaze left you, not for an instant has my love wavered. I have been with you in the quiet breaking of dawn, in the whisper of the wind that brushes your weary face, in the laughter of children, untainted by the sorrows of this world. These are not mere moments, but sacred echoes of my presence, gentle reminders that I am near even when your heart is too burdened to perceive me. You have measured your worth by the acceptance of others, by their fleeting words and passing glances, but I tell you now, your value is not bound to the fickle hearts of men. You are mine. Before the foundation of the earth, I knew you. Before your first breath, I loved you. And that love, O weary soul, is boundless, unshaken by your failures, unbroken by your doubts. You are not an orphan cast adrift upon the waves of fate. You are the beloved of the Most High, held fast in the embrace of grace. Do you not see? Nothing can stand in my way. No power in heaven or on earth, no sin, no shame, no shattered dream can sever you from my love. Did I not leave the splendor of my throne to walk among the broken, to bear the weight of suffering, to taste the bitterness of rejection? I endured the cruelty of the cross, the sting of betrayal, the silence of the grave, so that you might know, truly know, that I understand your pain. I have walked the road of sorrow, and yet I rose in power, in triumph, in glory. And that same power, that same victory I now offer to you. Lift your weary head, my beloved. Let the shackles of despair fall from your soul. I have not come to scorn your wounds, but to heal them, not to condemn your past, but to redeem it. The burdens that weigh upon you, the scars that whisper of loss and failure, I will bear them. Give them to me, let them rest upon my shoulders, for I am mighty to save. I am the God who restores, who takes the ashes of suffering and breathes them into beauty, who turns mourning into dancing, sorrow into joy. I know the questions that haunt you in the stillness of night. Does anyone truly see me? Am I forever destined to be misunderstood? Is there meaning in this weary journey? Hear me now, O child of my heart. I see you. I know you. I have carved your name upon the palms of my hands, and I will not forget you. Even when kindness is met with cruelty, when love is repaid with indifference, when hope seems but a flickering ember in the cold darkness, I remain. I am not a distant observer, but the very hand that upholds you. I have walked this path of suffering. I have known the sting of mockery, the weight of grief, and I tell you now, your sorrow will not last forever, for I am the resurrection and the life. The grave could not hold me, despair could not defeat me, and neither shall it conquer you. My power is at work within you, turning every tear into a seed of hope, every trial into a step toward glory. So do not be afraid to weep. Let your tears fall, but let them fall upon the soil of faith, where they will yield a harvest of joy. For I am with you in this very breath, in this very heartbeat. Even now, my presence surrounds you. Presence. Seek me in the words I have spoken. Let my promises take root in your spirit. Open your heart to the stories of those who walked before you, Moses at the Red Sea, David before the giant, Hannah in her anguish, Paul in his chains. Each one bore witness to my faithfulness, and so shall you. What I have done for them, I will do for you. I am the God who parts seas, who topples giants, who brings beauty from barrenness, who loosens the chains of the captive. There is no darkness so deep that my light cannot break through, no road so lost that I cannot lead you home. And hear me well, my precious one. I do not shy away from your honest cries. If you must weep, then weep before me. If anger burns within you, let it rise to my throne. I am not offended by your sorrow, nor am I repelled by your questions. I am the Lord who is near to the brokenhearted, the Father who bends low to gather his child in his arms. Even now I am mending what was shattered, bringing clarity where confusion has reigned, drawing you into a purpose greater than you can see. Even if you have stumbled, even if the storm has blinded you, still I remain unshaken. Nothing, hear me, nothing can make me abandon you. My grace is wider than the oceans, my mercy deeper than your regrets. Do not believe the lie that you are beyond my reach. For I am the God who leaves the 99 to find the one, the shepherd who seeks the lost, the potter who reshapes the broken. You are my masterpiece, and I will not let despair lay claim to you. So hold fast to me, my child. Take my hand, even if your steps are small, even if your faith trembles like a candle in the wind. Keep walking, even when the way ahead is unclear. I am your anchor in the storm, your shelter in the tempest, the hand that wipes away your every tear. In every doubt, I am the voice of truth. In every sorrow, I am the balm of comfort. And above all, never forget, you are loved. with a love that is unbreakable, unshakable, everlasting. My plans for you are not finished. My purpose for you is still unfolding. Cling to me, and I will lead you home, into the fullness of joy, into the embrace of eternal love, for you are mine, and I am yours, forever and always. How can I love you with such unshakable, boundless devotion? My beloved, the answer is as eternal as the heavens. I am love itself. I am the fountain from which all mercy flows, the wellspring of compassion that never runs dry. My love is not given as men give, fleeting and conditional. No, my love is carved into eternity itself, written in the stars, whispered in the wind, and sealed with the price of my own sacrifice. Do not despair, even when the weight of this world presses against your soul. Let your tears fall if they must, but let them be not tears of sorrow, but of hope. For even in the breaking, there is a promise being fulfilled. The wilderness you have wandered will not hold you captive forever. I have seen your struggles. I have counted every sigh of your weary heart. And I have come, yes, I, the Lord your God, have come to lead you into a land of restoration, where light pierces even the darkest night. Take these words and let them rest deep within you. Let them be an anchor when the waves rise, a fire when the night grows cold. No storm, no failure, no betrayal, no rejection shall separate you from me. Though the world may turn its face away, I remain. I am steadfast, I am unchanging, I am the rock upon which your foundation is built. And in this truth you will stand firm, for I love you with a love that outlasts the ages, a love that conquered death itself, so that you might live. Do you not see? The grave could not hold me, the darkness could not extinguish my light. I rose in glory, not only for my victory, but for yours. This is why you must not lose heart. New life is always within reach. New hope is always blooming. New beginnings are already being written in the book of your days. Hold on to this, my beloved one. Let it be the song that wakes you in the morning, the whisper that lulls you to sleep. You are not alone. Never, for even a moment, have you been alone. My love encircles you like a shield. My presence covers you like a mighty banner. Lift your eyes. Look beyond the valley of your trials and gaze upon the horizon of your destiny. Can you see it? It is radiant with promise, shimmering with opportunities you once thought lost, glimmering with restored joy, peace, and purpose. Every area of your life, your health, your family, your work, your finances, even the deepest desires of your heart, falls under my watchful care. I am the King of Kings, and I have declared that your table shall be spread with abundance, even in the very land where you once knew lack. Do you not hear my voice calling? The burdens you have carried, the chains of worry, the weight of debts and doubts, these have no power over you now. Just as I led my people out of Egypt, breaking the yoke of their oppressors, so too am I breaking the chains that have bound you. Feel my spirit moving within you, stirring new strength, igniting fresh creativity, giving you wisdom to walk in the fullness of my provision. The season of lack is ending. The season of supernatural abundance is dawning. Take these words and let them sink deep into your soul. Read them again and again until they become part of you. Do not allow the whispers of doubt to steal what I have spoken. Yes, I know the battles you have fought. I have seen the shipwrecks of your life, the moments when all seemed lost, when even those closest to you turned away. You have been misunderstood, forsaken, accused, and left in the shadows. Shame tried to claim you. But in that place of brokenness, you made a choice that changed everything. You ran to me. You sought my face, my presence, my love. You called me your shepherd, your friend, your redeemer. And because of that, I have restored to you what was lost. Now, my child, the time has come. A shift is taking place greater than you can yet comprehend. The wells of provision are opening. The doors long shut are being flung wide. I do not ask you to strive, to fear, to exhaust yourself in desperation. No, I ask you only to trust. Stand in faith. Let my power heal every broken place. Let me lead you into a place where you will no longer fear tomorrow, for you will walk in the confidence of one who knows they are a child of the Most High. Do you understand, my beloved? You are not merely surviving. You are stepping into the inheritance of one who belongs to the King of Kings, the one who spoke the galaxies into existence. I have not forgotten you. The very breath of my spirit fills your lungs. The very light of my presence shines upon you. And because your heart is humble, because you have turned to me in faith, I have poured my strength into you. Like a seed buried deep in the soil, your faith has been tested, your character refined, your spirit made ready. You do not need the approval of this world to know who you are. Do not chase after crowns that tarnish, titles that fade, or the empty applause of men. Many will seek such things and forsake their souls in the process. But you, my child, you have chosen wisely. You have chosen me. And in doing so, you have chosen the way of everlasting life. Even now my favor rests upon you. No force in heaven, no power on earth, no scheme of darkness can undo what I have ordained for you. When I open a door, none shall close it. When I speak a word, it will not return empty. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. You are mine, and nothing shall snatch you from my hand. So come, draw near to me again. Each morning, let your first breath be a whisper of my name. Each night, rest in the assurance that my love watches over you. I am with you now and forever. O child of my heart, incline your ear to the whispers of eternity, for I am speaking to you even now. In the quiet hush of the evening and in every still moment between, open the gates of your soul and let my voice flow in like a river of life. Let the words I have spoken from the beginning of time take root deep within you, words that shaped the heavens, that breathed existence into the dust, that led wandering hearts through the wilderness with manna descending like dew. Recall how I sustained my people day by day, how I poured wisdom into Joseph's soul to guide him through famine, how I lifted David from the lowly pastures and placed a crown upon his head. Do you not see? These are not distant tales, lost in the echoes of history. They are the testimony of my unchanging power, the living proof that I am still at work, even now in your life. Fix your eyes upon my faithfulness, for I have bound myself to you with a love that cannot be broken. Do not doubt that I am the one who turns ashes into beauty, who transforms weeping into the dance of joy. My abundance is not measured in gold alone, though I shall meet your every need. No, my child, the wealth I pour upon you is far greater. It is a heart restored by hope, a mind unshackled from fear, a faith that stands unshaken amid the storms that rage. Those around you will marvel. They will see the radiance in your eyes, the peace that defies understanding, and they will ask, "How can this be?" And you shall answer, "It is the mercy of my Father, the wonder of his love." Love. Believe me when I say, I long to fill your life with joy overflowing. Do not hesitate to grasp the blessings I set before you. They are not a mirage nor a snare, but the evidence of my goodness. Let your lips sing with thanksgiving, and let every doubt be cast aside. If your heart trembles, return to these words again and again until they are written upon the depths of your being. With each reading, my voice will grow louder within you, drowning out the whispers of fear, silencing the voices that once told you that you were unworthy, that you were forgotten. No, my beloved, you are no stranger to me. You are mine, my own, my cherished child. Walk with the boldness of one who belongs to the King of all creation. When you speak Speak as one who carries the weight of divine authority. When you labor, let your hands move with the strength I have placed within you. And when you pray, let your words rise like incense, thick with faith, unshaken in the knowledge that I hear you, that I answer. Come to me again and again, tomorrow and the next day, and the day after that. Seek my face, pursue my presence. Let the weight of my glory fill the hollow spaces in your heart, until emptiness is no more. You are not abandoned. You will never be alone. Even now I stand at your side, whispering words of freedom, of healing, of victory. Yes, my beloved, open your heart fully. Let these words take root, and watch as they transform you from within. What I have spoken, I will fulfill. My promise is unshaken, my decree unbreakable. Your blessing is nearer than you know, and nothing, no force in heaven or on earth, can hinder what I have ordained. Take courage, keep your eyes fixed on me, and never, not for a single moment, forget. You are chosen, you are treasured, and you are loved by the one who holds eternity in his hands. And when the dawn rises, painting the heavens with gold and crimson, know that I am waiting, arms open wide, longing to draw you near. Let the warmth of my presence flood over you like the first light of morning. Let my love be the sun upon your face, the song in your heart. For beautiful days are coming, days drenched in blessings beyond your imagining. Prepare yourself, my child, for a great outpouring, for I am about to do a work in you that will leave you breathless in wonder. Yet, hear me now. Guard your heart from the snares of doubt, from the murmurs of fear. Let no complaint rise to your lips, no anxious thought take root in your mind. Instead, let praise be your language. Let faith be your song. Remember, I am the one who stretched the cosmos into being, the one whose hands shaped the mountains and called forth the seas. My power does not wane. My miracles do not diminish with time. With every breath you take, let it be a declaration of trust, a testimony of confidence in my promise. Allow my light to fill every hidden place in your soul until no shadow of despair remains. Yes, I know the valley you have walked through. I have seen the long nights of sorrow, the days of waiting, the silent prayers uttered through tears. But not one sigh has escaped my notice. Not one moment of your suffering has been unseen. And now, my child, the dawn you have longed for is breaking upon you. The pain of yesterday will become the foundation of tomorrow's joy. Your deliverance is at hand, for I have written your freedom into the fabric of my divine plan. Know this, when I move with perfect timing. And when I restore beyond measure. What you have lost, I will return 100-fold. What you have wept over, I will transform into rejoicing. I know the secret desires of your heart, the dreams too delicate to speak aloud, the longings you barely dare to hope for. But I, the Lord, who knows the depths of your soul, have already prepared wonders beyond what you could conceive. Yes, the blessings I have set aside for you were birthed through trial, nurtured through hardship, forged in the fires of perseverance. Out of suffering I have wrought strength. Out of loneliness I have drawn forth courage. Yet when you stand in the light of fulfillment, when your hands hold the promises you once only dreamed of, remember the path that led you there. Do not let pride whisper that it was by your own might or wisdom, for it was I who carried you, I who sustained you, I who made a way where there was none. So stand, my beloved, lift your head, walk forward in faith, for I am the Lord, and I am with you, now and forevermore. Oh, child of my heart, remember well the days when sorrow wrapped itself around you like the night, when your tears were the only rain upon the barren soil of your soul. In those sacred hours of longing, When you clung to me as your sole refuge, I was nearer than your breath, whispering strength into the frailty of your spirit. The pain you endured was not wasted. It became the soil from which your joy shall bloom, radiant and eternal. So let gratitude rise like incense from the altar of your heart, that you may remain steadfast in prayer, ever leaning upon the shelter of my love. Be vigilant, my beloved, for there is one who prowls unseen, a lion whose hunger is never satisfied, whose breath is laced with deception. He watches, waiting for the moment when your faith trembles, hoping to sow doubt where once conviction stood. He seeks to cloud your vision, to awaken fears that I have already conquered, to lure you into chasing shadows that vanish with the dawn. But you are mine. You know my voice, for I have called you by name before time began. You are my sheep, and I am your good shepherd, leading you to pastures of peace, to waters that reflect the stillness of my love. No force in heaven or on earth, no scheme of darkness, no whisper of fear shall ever steal from you the blessing I have set apart for you. So stand, child, in the assurance of my word. Do not falter, do not shrink back. Bind your heart to me with the cords of faith, and dare to believe that I am who I have always declared myself to be. I am not a God who forgets the cries of his children. I am not a king who turns away from those who kneel in earnest supplication. Every tear that has traced its path upon your face has been gathered in my hands. Every sigh that has escaped your lips has risen to my throne. Not a moment of your suffering has passed unnoticed, nor a single sacrifice been made in vain. I am the God who rewards faithfulness at its appointed time, and when the hour of fulfillment dawns, you will look back and see that not a single step of your journey was wasted. Time rushes forward like a river, days weaving into months, months into years, and in the blink of an eye, the season changes. But my word remains unshaken. Engrave my promises upon the walls of your heart. Let them be a lamp in the dim corridors of uncertainty. Do not let the noise of this world drown out my voice, for I tell you, there has never been a single moment when my gaze has turned from you. My love entwines itself with your very being, and nothing, neither height nor depth, neither darkness nor despair, can sever you from my compassion. So take this truth and let it set your soul to dancing. Rejoice, for your trials shall bow before the might of my hand, and the sorrow you have carried will birth a joy that no storm can shake. You shall rise, unshaken, as a living testimony to my goodness, declaring to the world that I, the Lord, am able to do exceedingly, abundantly more than you have ever dared to ask or imagine. My beloved, I see the weight upon your shoulders, the weariness in your steps, the silent question in your heart. Lord, have you heard me? O child, not a single word you have whispered in the stillness of the night has been lost. Your prayers are not echoes fading into emptiness. They are written upon my palms, treasured and kept. Your family, your children, they rest within my hands, the hands that shape the heavens and set the stars in place. Do you not know? Do you not see? I watch over them with a love that does not sleep, with a faithfulness that does not waver. Even when they test your patience, even when their choices bring tears to your eyes, remember this. I am the one who entrusted them to you, and I will not abandon what I have begun. I hear the cries of your heart, the fears that rise like waves in the night, the longing for assurance that your children will walk in my ways. But, my beloved, I call you to trust, not in what your eyes can see, but in what my hand is already doing. Do not be anxious over my timing, for it is perfect, untouched by haste or delay. I have read the petitions written upon your soul, and I know each one by name. The answers are not forgotten. They are unfolding in ways beyond your understanding. Though the change may seem slow, though the transformation appears as the gentlest ripple upon the waters. I assure you, I am moving. Even now my spirit whispers to their hearts, turning them, drawing them ever closer like the dawn that chases away the night. You wonder when the moment of return will come, when their hearts will awaken to the truth you have sown. Watch, my beloved, for it begins in the smallest of ways. A word spoken in kindness, a gesture of honor, a stirring of wisdom where once folly reigned. These are not coincidences. They are the first signs of my work within them. Do you remember the story of the prodigal son? The father did not merely wait. He ran to meet his child upon the road. And so shall I. The moment your children turn their faces toward home, I will be there, arms open, love unshaken, mercy unending. And if they stray, I will pursue them with the relentless love of a shepherd who leaves the 99 for the one. But my beloved, I also ask this of you: do not cease in your own calling. Keep sowing truth, even when the soil seems dry. Keep loving, even when love is not returned. Keep standing even when your knees grow weak, for I, the Lord, am faithful. What I have spoken will come to pass, and in the day of fulfillment you will not only see my promises come to life, you will rejoice in the wonder of a love that never let go. My beloved, hear the voice of the Eternal One, who speaks to your heart as a gentle whisper upon the wind, as a river flowing with ceaseless grace. As I have forgiven you in the vastness of my mercy, so too must you forgive without measure. Let your words be laced with the same tenderness with which I call your name in the quiet hours of the night. Withhold not your love, for I have never withheld mine from you. Even when you stumble, even when the weight of this world bows your head low, my arms remain outstretched, my embrace never withdrawn. Reflect this divine grace upon your children, and behold the healing it shall bring, not only to them, but to your own soul. For love sown in faithfulness shall reap a harvest of peace. Do not falter beneath the weight of your weariness, for within you I have placed a strength you have yet to comprehend. Though you feel stretched thin, though patience wavers like a flickering lamp, lean into me, and I shall replenish you with wisdom as fresh as the morning dew. I see the furrows of concern upon your brow, the silent sighs when the choices of your children trouble your spirit. But listen well, my beloved. I am not absent, nor am I idle. I am the master weaver, intertwining every thread of their days into a tapestry you cannot yet perceive. The story is not over. The final word has not been spoken, for I alone hold the quill that writes their future. Oh, how often you have beheld storms within your household. Words raised in anger, hearts wounded, love strained beneath the burden of discord. But I tell you this: if you will persist in prayer, if you will surrender every care into my keeping, I shall calm the raging waters. The winds of strife shall be hushed, and a great and holy stillness shall settle upon your dwelling. Imagine, my child, a day where voices within your home are soft with kindness, where laughter replaces sorrow, where love flows unhindered like an everlasting stream. This is no idle dream. It is the work of my hands, the promise I have spoken. Therefore, let not fear take root within you. Do not gaze upon today's struggles as though they are the end of the story. Lift your heart, lift your hands, lift your voice unto me. I am he who holds every heartbeat, every breath, every future. When tension rises like a tide, cast it into my depths. When fear encroaches like a shadow at dusk, call upon my name, and light shall break forth. When you grow weary, remember the words I have spoken. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not grow weary, walk and not faint. The answers you seek, oh, they are coming, and they shall astonish you. The transformation you long for is already unfolding beneath the surface. You will see your children walk in wisdom, You will see peace flourish where discord once reigned. Where tears have fallen, I shall raise up joy like a sunrise over the hills. That which the enemy meant for harm, I shall turn for good. Hold these words within the sanctuary of your heart. Let them be a steadfast anchor when the waves threaten to pull you under. You are never alone, nor are your children lost to the shifting sands of this world. I walk beside you. I go before you. I encircle you with my presence. Open wide your hands, my beloved, for I am pouring forth my blessings upon your household. I have spoken, and my words do not return void. Rejoice, for the work I've begun in you I shall bring to completion. Oh, how your prayers move my heart. Your faith, though tested, is precious in my sight. And because my love for you is boundless, I shall renew your spirit. The burden you carry, I shall lift. The sorrow that has weighed upon you, I shall dissolve in the radiance of my embrace. Pause, my child. Pause now and feel my nearness. In the stillness, know that I am God. In the noise of this world, find refuge in my peace. What you have lost, I shall restore. What seems broken beyond repair, I shall make whole again. Fear not, for I have already secured your future. No scheme of the enemy, no force of doubt or discouragement can unravel what I have ordained. Behold, I take the weapons formed against you and forge them into tools of strength. I turn seasons of lack into rivers of abundance, sickness into perfect wholeness, despair into resplendent hope. Watch, my beloved, and you will see wonders unfold before your very eyes. For I am not a God who speaks in vain, nor am I bound by the frailty of men. Before you drew your first breath, I knew you. Before you ever called my name, I loved you. My purpose for you is unshaken, my will for you unaltered. I came that you might have life, and have it abundantly. When I say I am the way, the truth, and the life, it is no mere utterance, it is the eternal reality in which you may rest. Let your heart be still, and trust in the one who holds you now and forevermore. Beloved, hearken unto my voice, and let not the clamor of the world ensnare thee. Hold fast to my promises with a faith that does not waver, and let thy soul be unmoved by the whispers of deception that seek to trouble thy spirit. The voices of men may rise like the roaring of the sea, their tongues may craft lies to sow confusion, yet I bid thee to walk in the light of my truth. Let each step of faith thou takest toward me be a song of defiance against the darkness, a triumph over the doubts that would steal thy peace. For the adversary delights in weaving shadows about thee, in planting seeds of fear, of anger, of despair. But his devices shall not prosper against one who abides in my presence. Yea, there shall be those who speak against thee, who cast forth words like arrows meant to wound thy soul. They will seek to burden thee with guilt, to bind thee with sorrow, to make thee question my love. But my child, dost thou not yet know? My love is stronger than the scorn of men. My voice is gentle, yet it rends asunder the lies of the enemy. Thou art not forsaken, nor art thou unseen, though the world may overlook thee. I have numbered the hairs upon thy head. I have gathered thy tears in my hands. Each sigh of thy heart is known unto me. The nights thou hast spent in sorrow, the seasons of longing where thou hast yearned for comfort, these have not escaped my sight. When the hands of man failed thee, when the ones who should have embraced thee turned away, I was there. I, thy father, held thee even when thou couldst not perceive my embrace. My love is not fleeting, nor is my compassion like the morning mist that vanisheth with the sun. My mercy is eternal, my presence is unshaken, and I have encircled thee with an affection deeper than any love the earth has ever known. Come, weary soul, and rest in me. Let me pour into thee strength from the wellsprings of heaven. The world will tempt thee to believe that the night shall endure forever, but behold, I declare that the dawn is near. I am he who turneth mourning into rejoicing, he who bringeth forth beauty from the ashes. The sorrow that clings to thy heart shall not have dominion over thee, for I shall transform thy weeping into a song of praise. The trials that rise like mountains before thee shall be cast into the sea, for my hand is mighty to deliver. Take heart, beloved one, for I am not as men who promise and forget, who speak and fail to fulfill. My word is everlasting. My covenant shall never be broken. Though the storm rage, though the enemy whisper of thy defeat, know this: I have overcome the world. Nothing that is set against thee shall prevail, for I have ordained thy steps, and my plans for thee are good. Trust in my providence, release thy burdens into my hands, and behold how I turn every scheme of the wicked into a testimony of my power. For what the enemy devises for thy harm, I shall transform into a path to greater glory, yea, the adversary seeketh to ensnare thee in a prison of fear, to cloud thy heart with bitterness, to make thee believe that love is but a fleeting thing. But I say unto thee, my love is thy shield, my peace is thy fortress. Thou shalt stand strong, unshaken, for my spirit shall uphold thee. And though the path be narrow, though the way be steep, remember this: thou dost not walk alone. I go before thee, I stand beside thee, I am thy rear guard. Let not thy soul be troubled, neither let it be afraid, for I am he who shall bring thee through every valley. No pain is wasted in my hands, no disappointment shall remain barren, for I shall cause even thy wounds to bloom with purpose. Every sorrow surrendered unto me shall be rewritten into a testimony of hope, and the darkest night shall break into a morning filled with my radiance. Where fear once held thee captive, unshakable faith shall rise. Where despair threatened to consume thee, joy unspeakable shall take root. Listen, my beloved, for I call thee even now. I whisper to thee in the stillness, drawing thee nearer to my heart. Though thou hast fallen, though thy strength hath faltered, my grace is sufficient. I restore, I renew, I make all things whole. Lift up thine eyes unto me, and thou shalt see. I have not abandoned thee, nor shall I ever forsake thee. The future I have prepared for thee is filled with peace, with blessing, with joy beyond measure. Trust in me, and thou shalt behold my faithfulness time and again. I have heard thy cry, O child of mine. Thy voice hath reached the halls of heaven. Thy prayers have risen like incense before my throne. Yea, even before thy lips formed the words, I knew the longing of thy heart. And I tell thee now, thine answer is near. That which hath troubled thee, that which hath brought thee sorrow, shall trouble thee no more. I bestow upon thee fresh wisdom, eyes to see beyond the veil, insight to discern the snares of the enemy ere they be set before thee. Like a watchman upon the walls, thou shalt see from afar, and no weapon formed against thee shall prosper. Rejoice, for I am with thee. Rejoice, for my love is thine forevermore. The heavens proclaim my faithfulness, and thou, O child of my heart, shalt walk in the light of my promises all thy days. Beloved, listen to the voice that calls you from eternity. For I, the Lord your God, speak with a love that never fades and a promise that never fails. Open your heart and hear. Even now, I whisper to your soul, stirring within you a knowing beyond human understanding, a divine discernment, a holy foresight that allows you to sense the faintest whisper of danger before it unfolds. You shall not walk blindly, nor shall uncertainty shake you, for I have granted you wisdom to see and strength to act. Take this promise and seal it within the chambers of your heart, and with unwavering faith step forward, for I have gone before you. I have carved a path where none seem to exist, and I have prepared a blessing, a treasure shaped by my own hands, that will fit your life more perfectly than you can imagine. In the coming days, my spirit will stir your thoughts, bringing forth the names of those whom time and distance have caused you to forget. Friends, acquaintances, souls once woven into the tapestry of your journey. Do not turn away from these promptings, for they are not mere echoes of memory, but invitations to divine encounters. When you reach out, you will see that these connections are not lost, but waiting to be rekindled, for hidden within them are abundant blessings, not only for you, but for them as well. My ways are higher than yours. My wisdom surpasses all earthly understanding. Sometimes, the answer to a tear-stained prayer is not a miracle from the heavens, but the outstretched hand of another, perhaps yours. And in turn, you shall find that when you give, you too receive. When you pour out, you are also filled. This is how my kingdom moves, how grace flows like a river, intertwining hearts and lives, binding my people together in a tapestry of love and purpose. O my child, I do not reserve my gifts for the mighty, nor do I withhold my favor for the strong. My delight is in the humble, in those who seek me with sincerity, in those who kneel before me not out of fear, but out of love. Behold, there stands before you a door, vast and magnificent, stretching beyond what your mind can fathom. Your greatest dreams are but a shadow of the glories I have prepared for you. Yet hear this and hold it fast. When the floodgates of blessing open, be vigilant. For with abundance comes the whisper of pride, and with favor comes the temptation of self-exaltation. Do not let arrogance creep into your heart. Clothe yourself in humility, for this is the garment that draws my presence near. Walk gently before me, and my hand will rest upon you, guiding your every step, guiding your every... Rise each morning and let my word be your anchor, your compass, your ever-flowing well of truth. Open the sacred pages, for within them lies wisdom beyond measure, comfort unshakable, and a light that no darkness can quench. Meditate on my words, let them sink into your soul, let them shape your thoughts and steady your heart. And as the day unfolds, listen, truly listen, for my voice is near. In the stillness, in the quiet moments when the world fades, you will hear me. A gentle nudge, a holy whisper, a thought placed deep within your spirit. These are the echoes of my guidance. Do not dismiss them, for even the smallest whisper can alter the course of your day, and at times the very direction of your life. Do not despise the moments when you fall to your knees in sorrow, when your prayers are stained with tears, for those moments are not weakness. They are the very threshold of my glory. When you bow low, you are lifted high. When you press your forehead to the ground, the heavens draw near. Know this, every tear you shed is counted, every sigh of your heart is heard. When you surrender to me in the secret place, my love pours over you like an unstoppable flood, washing away fear, silencing doubt, fortifying your soul with strength unknown to this world. Do not underestimate the power of your prayers, my beloved. A single whispered plea, a simple act of trust, has the might to shake the unseen realms and shift the tides of battle. I cherish the moments when your faith trembles, yet still clings to me, when your heart wavers but does not let go. Take heart, for I see not only the road before you, but the entire journey. I have mapped every valley and every peak, every sorrow and every triumph, ensuring that you will lack nothing that is truly needed. O my beloved child, do not heed the voices of despair, nor let the lies of this world drown out the truth of who you are in me. The voices of discouragement will rise, the winds of doubt will howl, but do not be moved. Stand firm in my presence, hold fast to my promises. For with me, your life will not merely survive, it will flourish. With me, your family will not falter, but find peace and unity. With me, hope is not fleeting, but eternal, for I am the God who turns impossibility into reality. So do not fear. Do not shrink back. Every obstacle before you is an altar upon which I will demonstrate my faithfulness. Every storm you face is an opportunity for my power to be revealed. And so, as you bend your knees in prayer, remember, You are never alone. I, the Lord your God, am beside you. I am your rock, your refuge, your ever-present help in trouble. I am the hand that lifts your chin when your spirit is weary. I am the voice that calls you forward when the road seems uncertain. I am the one who wipes away every tear, who sees every unseen battle, who works tirelessly on your behalf. Trust in me, rest in my love, and watch, my beloved, as I unfold before you a story more glorious than anything you have dared to dream. For I am he who was, and is to come. I am the author of your days, the keeper of your soul, and the one whose love for you knows no end. Stand firm, take courage, and let your heart be steadfast, for your Redeemer is near. Fear not, O child of my heart, for fear was never your inheritance. I have called you forth, not to tremble in the shadows of doubt, but to walk boldly in the brilliance of unwavering faith. I have clothed you in the mantle of my love, a love so steadfast that no storm of uncertainty, no whisper of despair, no shadow of the enemy's deception can stand against it. My love is a fire that burns away the lies that seek to entangle your mind. My voice is a trumpet that drowns out every utterance of discouragement. Even before your first breath, I beheld you with delight. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, I knew you by name. I formed you in the secret place, and I have watched over you in every silent battle, unseen by the world yet never hidden from my gaze. When you faltered, it was my hand that upheld you. When you wept, my presence drew near to comfort you. Beloved, hear me now. You are anointed with my power, entrusted with my word, a sword that rends the veil of falsehood, piercing the darkness with the brilliance of truth. When the weight of the world presses upon you, when you are hemmed in on every side, do not shrink back. Lift your voice in declaration, for I am your refuge, your fortress, your unshakable stronghold. No sickness can drive you from my promises. No famine can deplete my storehouses. No adversary can cast you from the path I have ordained. I, the Lord your God, rejoice over you with singing, and each dawn my mercies stretch out to meet you, fresh and abundant, like the morning dew. I go before you, unraveling mysteries, revealing the path I have carved through the wilderness. Open the eyes of your spirit and behold, your destiny is secure within my mighty hands. Then be vigilant, for the voices of the world will seek to burden you, to plant seeds of despair in the soil of your soul. But I say to you, guard your heart. Do not lend your ear to the messengers of doom, to those who wallow in impossibilities. For I am the Lord of all creation, the God of wonders beyond imagining. Have I not split the sea with a whisper? Have I not drawn forth springs from the barren desert, turned dust into gardens and mourning into dancing? Nothing is too hard for me. Let gratitude be the banner over your life. Sing praise even before the miracle. Lift up thanksgiving before the answer appears. Walk forward, unwavering, for I have set before you a path bathed in the radiance of my will. Even when doubt seeks entrance, even when logic rises like a wall before you, press on. For faith, unyielding and steadfast, will call forth wonders in the wilderness and bring forth rivers in the driest land. Yet I bid you, clothe yourself in humility, for pride is a cunning adversary, creeping unnoticed until it stands between you and the fullness of my blessing. But humility, my child, humility flings wide the gates of grace. In its embrace, you will find favor cascading like waves upon the shore, mercy flowing like an ever-deepening river. Lean not on your own strength, for when your soul grows weary, I will bear you up. When the burden feels too heavy, I will be your rest. My arms are a refuge, where peace surpasses understanding, where joy overflows beyond measure. In my presence, you will be renewed, and in my embrace, you will find the courage to stand. Lift your eyes. Behold what I'm doing. You will tread upon the heights of my promises. You will claim lands you never dared to dream of, and your spirit will rise on wings of faith, soaring above the trials that once bound you. I go before you, my steps consuming every fiery dart, extinguishing every ember meant to wound you. The flames of affliction will not consume you. They will only refine you, burnishing your faith to a brilliance that cannot be dimmed. Where once you saw only barriers, now you will glimpse boundless horizons, stretching wide beneath the shelter of my wings. And should the enemy dare to confront you, remember this: you do not stand alone. The Lord of hosts, the commander of heaven's armies, walks beside you. I am he who reigns in power, whose dominion stretches from the highest heavens to the depths of the earth. My resources are limitless, my authority unchallenged, my victory unshakable. Stand firm, child. Grasp my hand, and let my truth be your anchor. For I order your steps, and no scheme of darkness can overthrow my plans for you. Let your heart be at rest, for I am not a God of confusion, but of perfect wisdom. I know what I'm doing in your life, I who hung the stars in their place, who calls them each by name. Do you think I will fail to guide you? Will I, who commands the tides and stills the storms, be unable to lead you into safety and abundance? Cast your fears aside and trust in me. Let your soul be still. Let not the clamor of worry drown out my voice. Draw near to me in prayer, and feel my hand lifting the burdens you were never meant to carry. Even in the ruins of your battles, even among the ashes of yesterday's struggles, I walk beside you, stepping over the wreckage of what once seemed impossible to overcome. These trials will not destroy you. They will not leave you broken. In my presence, there is healing. In my presence, there is purpose. Trust not in what your eyes perceive, but in the certainty of my promises. For my ways are higher than your ways, my wisdom beyond all measure. There is no wound I do not see, no sorrow too deep for my compassion, no detail of your life that escapes my notice. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you are uncertain, I am your unshakable rock. Hold fast to me, beloved, for in my hands your future is secure, and your victory is already written. I am your unwavering light in the tempest, your refuge when the earth trembles, your peace in the midst of chaos. Fear not, beloved one, for I have spoken, and not a single word from my lips shall return empty. Press forward, for I am beside you, before you, behind you. I am the author of your journey, and my will shall not be overturned. The fires may rage, but they shall not consume you. The waters may rise, but they shall not swallow you whole. For I, the Lord your God, have set my hand upon you, and no force in heaven or on earth can sever you from my grasp. Lift your eyes, O weary soul, and behold, you are never forsaken, never forgotten. I hold you close with a love unshaken by time, unfaltering in the face of every storm. No adversary can pluck you from my embrace. No darkness can overpower the brilliance of my presence within you. Your future is luminous with my promises, and your triumph is assured. Trust in me, my precious one, and watch as I bring forth wonders beyond your comprehension. The impossible is but a whisper away from becoming reality in my hands. Do not be dismayed when the tempests roar and the billows rise, for even in the heart of the storm, I am there. The night may stretch long, the clouds may thicken, and the winds may howl, yet none of these shall overtake you. Cling to me with the faith of a child, for I am your safe haven, your mighty defender. The love I have for you is fierce, unyielding, and it burns with an everlasting flame. Banish the shadows of fear that seek to dwell in your mind, and fix your gaze upon the glorious inheritance I have prepared for you. See beyond this moment, beyond the trial, to the shore of my unshakable promises, where joy untainted and peace unshaken await you. Lo, Even now, I command the storm to cease, and the light of my favor breaks through the gloom. The heavens declare my glory, and all creation heeds my voice. So too shall your trials bow before my decree. My spirit moves upon your life like a rushing wind, sweeping away the weight of sorrow and ushering in the dawn of restoration. Behold, I make all things new. The thunder of affliction fades, and in its place rays of divine light pour through your window. Rejoice, beloved, for this is your season of renewal. Sing aloud, for the chains that bound you are breaking, and the path before you is being cleared by my hand. Prepare your heart, for I am moving in ways beyond what your eyes can yet perceive. I will mend the broken ties, call home the wanderers, and soften the hearts of those who once turned away. The lost shall see the light. The blind shall gain sight. The wayward shall be drawn back by my relentless love. Even those who have strayed into the thickets of deception will find themselves wooed by the melody of my truth, if they will but turn and listen. Should they yield, I shall reshape their hearts as a potter molds the clay, forming vessels of wisdom, grace, and compassion. I see the weight upon your soul, the burdens you have carried through the long night of sorrow, every sigh, every tear, every unspoken ache. I have counted them all, and I hold them tenderly. Yet hear me now, beloved. These afflictions are but fleeting shadows, soon to be swallowed by the brilliance of my redemption. The dawn is nearer than you dare imagine. Ready yourself, for joy stands at your threshold knocking, eager to pour into your home and overflow into the lives of those around you. The doors that once stood locked before you are being thrown wide open. Step forth, unshaken, for you have trusted in me even through the darkest hours. Not a single tear has been in vain, not a single prayer unheard. Every moment of faith, every whisper of hope, has led you to this divine turning point. And hear this, my beloved, I shall restore to you what was lost. Not one thing is beyond my power to redeem. What was barren shall flourish. What was stolen shall be returned in overflowing measure. The wilderness shall bloom, and the dry ground shall spring forth rivers of abundance. As you step forward, you will see the blessings accumulate, rising like a mighty tide, richer and deeper than you ever dared to dream. Soon, you shall look back and marvel, whispering in awe, "Surely the Lord was with me every step of the way." So do not lose heart when the path ahead seems uncertain. Even now, I am weaving the details of your destiny into a masterpiece beyond your imagining. What is hidden shall be unveiled. What is closed shall be flung open. Trust in my timing, for it is perfect. My plans for you are higher than the heavens, and my power knows no bounds. So lift up your head, my beloved. Breathe deep the fragrance of new beginnings. The tide has turned, and the horizon glows with the radiance of my favor. Keep your heart humble, your spirit expectant, and your mind steadfast upon my word. We journey together, and wonders beyond measure lie ahead. I am with you, even now, lifting you above the storms, carrying you into the fullness of joy I have promised. Nothing, no force of darkness, no scheme of man, can thwart the destiny I have prepared for you. The sea of affliction shall be but a pathway to your triumph. Reach for my hand, and behold the splendor of my glory unfolding before you. I see every wound, every scar, every place where hope was bruised by disappointment. But do not dwell in the land of yesterday, my child. The past is surrendered, your failings are forgiven, and I have cast them far beyond the reach of remembrance. You are not the sum of your losses, nor the weight of your regrets. You are mine, chosen, redeemed, and dearly loved, and before you lies a future radiant with the promise of my unfailing love. Lift up your heart, O weary soul, and cast aside the burden of grievance, for the weight of bitterness is not yours to bear. Why do you clutch the ashes of yesterday when I am offering you a crown of joy, Behold, the path before you is not one of sorrow, but of restoration, woven with golden threads of hope, stretching toward a horizon where dawn never fails. Open your eyes, my beloved, and see. I'm doing a new thing in your midst, a work of wonder that even now begins to unfold. Do not tremble before the mountain that looms in your way, for though it appears steep, I have fashioned your feet to walk upon high places. I have gone before you, carving paths where none existed, making the crooked ways straight and the rough places smooth. Do you not know? Have you not heard? I am the Lord your God, the one who strengthens the weary and lifts up the fallen. Take my hand, and I will lead you beyond the summit, where valleys of abundance await, where the rivers run clear, and fields of blessing stand ripe for the harvest. Forget the shadows of your past. Let them fade like mist in the morning sun. For every tear you have shed, I have prepared a river of rejoicing. Every betrayal has become a lesson of wisdom, and every wound a gateway to grace. Now you see with the eyes of discernment. Now you walk with the heart of understanding. No longer will you be ensnared by the whispers of deceit, for I have placed within you a spirit of clarity and strength. Rise up, my beloved, and walk in the dignity I have bestowed upon you, for you are more precious than gold refined in fire, more radiant than the stars in the firmament. Each day you awaken is not by chance, but by divine purpose. You were formed for glory, sculpted in love, and anointed to shine forth like a beacon in a darkened world. Let no voice of doubt diminish your worth, for I, the Ancient of Days, have called you by name. You are not forgotten, nor are you forsaken. Even now, my spirit moves upon you, breathing fresh life into weary bones, pouring out a joy that no sorrow can extinguish. This joy is not of the earth, fleeting like the morning dew. It is eternal, forged in the furnace of my mercy, sustained by the boundless depths of my love. Stand upon the threshold of the miraculous, for I am shifting the very foundations of your world. What was once barren shall bloom. What was lost shall be restored. My hand moves unseen, yet undeniable. When men look upon you, they will marvel, for a light not of this world shall rest upon your countenance. Yet in all these blessings, I bid you to walk humbly, to keep your heart untainted by pride. For it is not by your strength, but by my grace, that doors will open and chains will fall. Let your lips ever be filled with gratitude, your hands ever lifted in praise, for every victory is but a testimony of my unfailing love. Do not measure yourself by the standards of this world, for I do not delight in the proud, nor do I cast my favor upon the mighty. I gather the broken, the weary, the rejected. I take the forgotten and crown them with honor. Where the world casts away, I redeem. Where others scorn, I show mercy. This is my nature, my everlasting promise, my unshaken truth. I am the Lord, who calls the unworthy and clothes them with righteousness. Even now you may wonder, can such a promise be true for me? Have I not fallen too far, strayed too long? But listen well, my child. Not a single moment of your pain is beyond my redemption. No failure has the power to erase the destiny I have ordained. When the accuser rises to remind you of your past, let your soul take refuge in my word, for I have already declared your future blessed. I have set before you an open door, and no force of darkness can shut it. Lift up your head, shake off the dust of despair, and walk forward with boldness. For I am the keeper of your dreams, the restorer of your soul, the author of your tomorrows. What was shattered I will mend. What was stolen I will return sevenfold. And even those who turned from you in contempt may yet be drawn back, not by your striving, but by the fragrance of my grace upon your life. So laugh again, love again. Let peace reign in your home. Let mercy shape your words. Let kindness be the banner you carry. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. You are mine, beloved, chosen, and destined for glory. Beloved, stand at the threshold of a dawn unlike any before it, for I am moving in your life with a power unseen yet unshakable. Do not allow the echoes of your past to weave chains around your spirit. Do not bow to the voices that whisper of failure and regret. Lift your head, fix your eyes upon me, and step boldly into the radiance of my unfailing love. I go before you like a pillar of fire in the night and a cloud of glory by day. Your steps are not random, nor your journey in vain. The heavens hold their breath, for the story of your life is still unfolding. And I, the author of all things, am penning a new chapter filled with restoration, joy, and wonders yet unseen. The rising sun declares my faithfulness, and each morning is a canvas where my mercies are painted anew. Greet the day not with weary resignation, but with a heart expectant of miracles. My beloved, the road has been long, and the weight of sorrow has pressed upon your soul. But hear this: I have seen every tear, every longing you dared not speak aloud, every cry that seemed to vanish into the silence. Not one has been ignored, not one has been lost. My hand has caught them all, turning them into the very rain that will water the fields of your future harvest. I call you forth, not as one abandoned to wander aimlessly, but as one chosen, cherished, and destined for glory. The burdens you have carried, the wounds you have hidden, lay them at my feet. I am not here to condemn, but to restore, not to accuse, but to embrace. There is no stain too deep that my love cannot cleanse, no past too broken that my grace cannot redeem. I see you, my child. Every hidden fear, every unspoken regret, every moment when you have felt unseen or unworthy. But I tell you now, you are neither forgotten nor forsaken. I have inscribed your name upon the palms of my hands, and nothing, not height nor depth, not darkness nor despair, can separate you from my love. The battle has been fierce, the night long, but the dawn is breaking. Where the enemy whispered of your defeat, I declare your victory. What was meant for your harm, I will turn to your good. Your setbacks will become stepping stones, your failures a foundation for triumph. You are not who the world says you are, nor are you defined by the wounds of yesterday. You are mine, redeemed, restored, renewed. Now listen closely, for this word is not for you alone. There is someone in your life, a friend, a loved one, who is waiting for this very message. Do not keep this light hidden. Speak life. Where there has been despair, bring hope. Where there has been doubt, be bold, for those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. And now, my beloved, let us speak of the deeper things, the corners of your heart you have sought to keep veiled. You think them unnoticed, but I have seen it all. The silent fears, the secret struggles, the wounds that time has not yet healed. I do not point them out to shame you, but to set you free. Each morning before the rush of the day overtakes you, before distractions claim your thoughts, pause. Let your first breath be one of gratitude. Thank me for the life you have, for the love that surrounds you, for the grace that has preserved you even in your wandering. Do not mistake my patience for indifference. I have tarried not to punish, but to draw you closer. Yet hear me now. The time is short, and the days are precious. Walk in truth. Let your words be pure, your heart free of malice, your spirit untainted by pride. Lies corrode the soul, slander fractures unity, and judgment erects barriers where love was meant to build bridges. Sin, whether hidden or displayed, bears fruit in destruction. But, oh my child, the moment you turn to me in honesty, the moment you surrender what burdens you, I rush to meet you with arms open wide. You need not walk this road alone. Seek out those who will stand beside you. A mentor, a friend, a confidant to whom you can bear the weights of your heart. For where two or more are gathered in my name, there I am in the midst of them. The chains that have bound you shall be shattered. The prison doors that have held you shall swing wide open. You were not meant for captivity. You were created for freedom. And so, my beloved, step forward into the light. Your past has no claim over your future, for I have spoken a new destiny over you. The blessings I have prepared are already in motion. No force on earth can hinder what my hand has set into place. This very moment, as you read these words, know that I am near. The sign you sought, the confirmation you longed for, it is here. Now take what I have given and share it. For there are others waiting, souls longing for the very hope that now stirs within you. Be my voice, be my hands, be my light in the darkness. And know this, every step you take in faith, every act of love, every whisper of encouragement you offer is met with the applause of heaven. Of heaven. My beloved child, from the first breath you ever drew, my eyes have watched over you, tracing the path of your footsteps with a love deeper than the oceans and vaster than the heavens. I have heard every sigh of your soul, every cry, every whispered longing that has risen like incense before me. I have seen your weary heart, your unspoken burdens, and your silent battles fought in the shadows where no one else has noticed. And now, my beloved, I come, not as a distant observer, but as the Almighty who steps into the very fabric of your existence, walking into the chambers of your heart, into the dwelling of your soul. I have seen your faith, a flickering light that refuses to be extinguished. I have felt your yearning for my touch, your desperate need for the breath of heaven to fill the emptiness that weighs upon you. Fear not, for I am he who was and is to come, the everlasting one, the unshaken rock, the one for whom nothing is impossible. I do not stand afar off. I come near with hands that mend the shattered, with a voice that speaks life into the barren places, with a love that cannot be measured or broken. My power does not falter, and my mercy knows no limit. Yet, know this, my child, my love for you does not waver with the tides of your circumstances. Whether you stand firm or stumble, whether your faith is a roaring fire or a fragile ember, I do not forsake you. My covenant with you is written in eternity, sealed not by your perfection, but by my unchanging grace. In me you will find a refuge, a shelter in which you are never turned away, no matter how many times you have fallen. I do not scorn your weakness. Rather, I draw near to it, offering healing in place of wounds, peace in place of fear, restoration where all seemed lost. I see you, my child. I see the weariness that has settled into your bones, the exhaustion that weighs upon your soul like an iron burden. I see how the road has stretched long before you, the desert sands beneath your feet burning with trials that feel endless, the loneliness that wraps itself around your heart, the wounds inflicted by words sharper than swords, the moments where hope has seemed like a mirage. Yes, I have seen it all, and yet even here in this wilderness, you are not abandoned. Do you not know, my beloved, that I am your stronghold, that I am the one who lifts your head when it hangs low, the one who carries you when your strength has failed? Though enemies may rise against you, both seen and unseen, though storms may rage, and the night seem endless, I remain your shield, your unshakable defender. The trials you face are not meant for your destruction, but for your refining. Like gold that only glistens after passing through fire, your spirit is being shaped for glory beyond measure. This season is not in vain. It is forming within you a radiance that will one day shine with the light of eternity. So do not despair, my beloved. Do not let the past hold you captive with chains of regret and sorrow. The days ahead are not like the ones behind. The dawn I bring is far more glorious than the shadows you leave behind. Release the burdens that have kept you shackled, anger that poisons, fear that whispers lies, doubt that dims the light of faith. Step forward unshackled, for I am leading you into new lands, into a future bathed in my divine purpose. Let gratitude rise within you, my child. Let your heart awaken to the beauty of the smallest graces, the warmth of the sun upon your skin, the laughter of loved ones, the quiet whispers of my presence in the stillness. Every moment of mercy, every unearned blessing is my love reaching for you. You're worth more than the fleeting riches of this world, more than gold or fame, more than the praise of men. You're precious beyond measure, and the destiny I have prepared for you far surpasses the temporary treasures of this earth. Do not fear loss, my beloved, for nothing of true worth will ever be taken from you. The riches of this world fade, but what I give is eternal. Set your gaze upon me, the giver of all that truly satisfies, and let your heart be filled with the assurance that I am your portion. Watch and see. Watch how I move on your behalf, how I open doors that no man can shut, how I weave together even the broken pieces of your journey into something magnificent. Yes, the road may twist in ways you do not understand, and at times it may seem as though you are being led astray. But trust, my child, trust that even what appears as delay or disappointment is but a turning of the page in a greater story I'm writing for you. My ways are higher than yours. My vision stretches beyond what you can see. What seems like a step backward will be revealed as a mighty leap forward in my time. You are not alone. Not now, not ever. The door stands open before you, and I am calling you to enter into the fullness of my love. Call upon me, and I will answer. Lay down every weight in my presence, and I will lift you up. You were never meant to wander this desert forever. This place of trial is not your home. It is but a passage, and beyond it, there is abundance waiting for you. So take heart, my beloved. The journey is not over. The story is still unfolding, and I, the author of all things, have already written the final chapter. A chapter where love triumphs, where the broken are made whole, and where my light shines in fullness upon you forevermore. Beloved child, hear the voice of your Father, who has called you forth from the dust and breathed into you the breath of life. This journey upon which you tread is not by chance, nor are your trials without purpose. Every step, every storm, every whispered sorrow in the depths of your soul is shaping you into my likeness. Trust then in the eternal truth that my love shall never falter, my mercy shall never fade, and my faithfulness shall be the lamp that leads you into a future overflowing with unspeakable joy and the peace that surpasses all understanding. You are never alone, my dear one. When the world turns its back, when voices that once comforted now fall silent, I remain. I stand beside you, unwavering and unshaken. I'm the one who gathers your tears in my hands, who stills the raging tempests within your heart, who whispers to your weary soul, "You are mine, and you are cherished beyond all measure." Breathe deeply, for my presence surrounds you like a warm and gentle embrace. Let my love be the song that steadies your heart. Let my promises be the foundation upon which you stand. I have spoken over you a word that shall not return void. I will never abandon you, nor will I forsake you. When the weight of the world presses upon your shoulders, I will lift you up. When your strength fails, I will renew it. When your footing wavers, I will set you upon a rock that cannot be moved. Fear not, for I am near. I have come to redeem, to restore, to transform what was broken into something radiant with my glory. Watch as my light shatters the darkness, piercing through every shadow of doubt and despair. Believe, my beloved, that you are held securely in my grasp, that I am guiding you toward a life abundant with the riches of my kingdom. Behind every trial, behind every sorrow, I have already sown the seeds of blessings untold, waiting to bloom in due season. Even in the moments when all seems lost, trust that I am weaving together a tapestry of goodness, turning even what was meant for harm into something wondrous for your sake. Do not chase after that which fades like the morning mist. The world will beckon with its fleeting treasures, enticing with whispers of fortune and fame, but do not be deceived. Gold may glimmer, yet it cannot satisfy the longing of your soul. Riches may multiply, yet they cannot buy the peace that I alone bestow. Beware, my child, lest your heart be drawn away by vanity, lest you become ensnared in the ceaseless striving for what does not endure. Instead, seek wisdom. Seek the treasures of heaven that neither moth nor rust can corrupt. Drink deeply from the wellspring of my word, for within it flows truth eternal, wisdom unfailing, and life everlasting. In all you do, walk with diligence, stewarding well the gifts and talents I have placed within you, for they are meant not for self-exaltation, but for the edification of my kingdom. Be vigilant, my child. Guard well your heart and mind. Do not neglect the well-being of your soul, nor the unity of your household. The days are fleeting, and opportunities once lost may not return. Do not wait for tomorrow to do what wisdom calls for today. I have equipped you with strength beyond measure and discernment beyond your years. Take courage. Rise and act. Delay breeds despair, but faith begets victory. Listen for my voice. Heed my calling, lest you find yourself scrambling in the final hour, burdened with regrets that need not be. I have not destined you for desperation, but for dominion. Walk boldly, my beloved, stand firm in the truth. The spirit of fear has no hold over you, for I have given you a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. Do not be swayed by the opinions of men. Many will not understand the path upon which I lead you. Some will question, some will resist, some will even turn away, but do not waver. Entrust them to me. Pray for them, love them, but do not let them steer you from the course I have set before you. Can the blind lead the blind? Will those who stumble in darkness guide you toward the light? No, my child. Fix your gaze upon me. Let my wisdom direct your steps. You need not seek the approval of the world, for I, the Lord of hosts, am your vindication, your defender, your eternal refuge, above all else, place me first. When your heart beats in rhythm with mine, when your desires align with my will, you will find yourself walking beneath an open heaven, showered with blessings that far surpass the riches of kings. Yes, there will be moments when you grow weary, when you feel as if the battle is too great, the journey too long. But take heart. I am the God who restores, who breathes life into dry bones, who lifts the fallen and crowns the faithful with honor. You will not be left in ruin. Just as the phoenix rises from the ashes, so shall you emerge from trials refined, stronger than before, adorned with the beauty of my grace. Generations to come will behold the works I have done in your life, and they will testify that I am faithful. The garments of sorrow shall be exchanged for robes of gladness, the ashes of mourning for a crown of joy. Your home shall be filled with my presence. Your heart shall overflow with my peace. And you will know, yes, you will know, that every promise I have spoken is true. So pause now, my beloved. Let these words sink deep into your spirit. In the rushing tide of life, take a moment to be still. Know that I see you, that I hear you, that your endurance has not gone unnoticed. You have clung to me in the storm, and for that, my heart delights in you. I declare over you this day, blessings shall abound, favor shall follow, and my goodness shall pursue you all the days of your life. Rise, my child, lift your eyes to the heavens, for your redemption draws near. When weariness overtakes you, come to me, and I will give you rest. Speak to me of your dreams, your struggles, your hidden fears. I know them all, and my compassion is boundless. There is no wound I cannot heal, no burden I cannot lift, no longing I cannot fulfill. For man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from my mouth. And I have spoken over you. You are mine, and I will never let you go. My beloved, you are upheld not by the fleeting sustenance of this world, but by every word that flows forth from the throne of eternity. The bread I place before you is not of mere earthly grain, but of divine nourishment, rich with the power to renew your weary mind and infuse your heart with the certainty that I am for you, never against you. Take and eat of this sacred provision, for it will strengthen you in the valley of shadows and sustain you upon the heights of joy. I bestow upon you my peace, not the fragile calm that the world offers, which wavers when storms arise, but a peace so profound, so anchored in my everlasting nature, that no tempest may shake it. Let it settle deep within you. Let it take root in the garden of your soul. Let it be the light that leads you forward when your feet falter upon the path. And when you find yourself trembling at the edge of weariness, fearing that you cannot take another step, remember this: the fire of my love is ever burning, ever sustaining, never dimmed. It will be your strength in the wilderness, your song in the night, your fortress when all else crumbles. I am the author of hope, the one who weaves beauty from the tattered threads of despair. Allow me to wrap you in the folds of my mercy, to shelter you beneath the wings of my unshakable grace. Trust in my promises, for they are not like the shifting sands of human assurances, but like the mighty mountains, unmovable and eternal. The world may measure worth by riches and titles, but I, your Creator, your Father, measure it by the steadfastness of your faith, by the purity of your love, by the devotion of your heart. Oh, my child, do not think that you walk this journey alone. Even in the silent hours, when your prayers seem to echo into the void and my voice feels distant, I am there. I have never left you, nor will I ever forsake you. My hand is upon your life, orchestrating moments, aligning circumstances, opening doors no man can shut. In time, you will look back and see the divine tapestry I have woven, a masterpiece of grace, every thread of sorrow redeemed, every trial turned to glory. Did I not lead you out of the desert? Was it not I who quenched your thirst with living water, who transformed your mourning into dancing, your ashes into a crown of beauty? Rejoice, my beloved, for I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. In every season, on every path, through every storm, I am with you, closer than your own breath, nearer than your own heartbeat, nearer than your own. When I formed you, I placed within you a longing, a yearning for love that no earthly affection can fully satisfy. And though your heart seeks belonging among men, though you cherish those around you, know this: even the most faithful may falter, the dearest may drift, and some may leave when you least expect it. Yet my love is unlike any love you have ever known, unchanging, unbreakable, unwavering. Others may turn away, but I will never abandon you. Others may forget, but I have engraved you upon the palms of my hands. Even should the mountains fall and the hills be removed, my covenant of love will remain, steadfast and eternal. Oh, how I long for you to see me as I truly am, your refuge, your shelter, your hiding place in the day of trouble. Do not surrender the throne of your heart to those who cannot hold it. Do not entrust your soul to those who may wound it. Yes, I created you to love and be loved, but let me be the foundation upon which all other loves are built. Let me be your anchor when the winds of change threaten to carry you away. You have searched for hope in a world that offers only illusions, yet hope has been with you from the very beginning, woven into your being. Before you took your first breath, you are not an orphan. No matter how alone you may feel, no matter who may leave or who may fail you, you have a home in my heart, a place prepared for you, filled with grace, overflowing with love. Like a father who watches over his children with joy, I stand before you, shining my light upon your path, calling you forward into the fullness of life. Do you not know? It is my nature to bless you, to lift you up, to see you flourish, not only in spirit, but in every facet of your existence. If you will but open your heart to me, you will find peace in the midst of every storm, strength rising from within when your own fails you, joy unshaken by the trials of the world. Believe this, my beloved, I do not seek mere servants, nor do I desire cold, distant devotion. No, I long to be your closest companion, your most trusted friend, the one with whom you share your deepest sorrows and your highest joys. Speak to me, not with rehearsed words or careful phrases, but with honesty, with rawness, with the unfiltered cry of your soul. Tell me when you are weary, when you are lost, when you are afraid, for I do not turn away from broken hearts. I bind them up. And when you whisper my name, when you call upon me in faith, know that you unleash a power beyond your comprehension. Chains break, darkness flees, the weight upon your spirit lifts, and my peace, oh my peace, floods in like a river. Even now, in this very moment, I call you to sit with me. Step away from the noise, the hurry, the striving, and draw near. Lean in, listen, and you will hear the gentle whisper of my love. I am not here to condemn you, to remind you of your failures, or to weigh you down with guilt. No. I come to lift your head, to wipe away your tears, to remind you of your worth. When the morning sun rises, know this: I am waiting for you. I delight in the sound of your voice and the quiet faith that lingers in your heart. Every sigh, every whispered, I need you, every trembling, I love you. These are more precious to me than the songs of angels. They rise before me like incense, sweet and pure, filling my throne room with the fragrance of your love. I stretch forth my mighty hand and pour a river of blessings upon your dwelling, covering your home with the shield of my unshakable grace. Every corner of your life, every shadowed place I fill with my presence, so that you may never walk alone, never fear the shifting of the winds, nor tremble at the darkness that tries to encroach. My child, let this truth anchor your soul. I stand ready to come to your aid in every trial, for my storehouses are full, and my love knows no end. Knock, and the gates of my mercy will swing wide before you. Ask, and I shall give, not in measured rations, but in overflowing abundance, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. I do not withhold from those who trust in me, for I delight in showering my beloved with good things. I have watched you in the secret places, seen the quiet perseverance of your heart. When others faltered, you stood firm. When the weight of the world pressed upon you, you lifted your face toward heaven. Do you think I have not noticed? Do you believe your struggles have gone unseen? No, my child. I have recorded every tear, gathered each whispered prayer. And now I speak over your life. I will enlarge your borders, lengthen your cords, and strengthen your stakes. I will pour forth blessings so vast they will surpass your understanding, so great they will spill over onto those around you. Not because you have earned them, but because I am your Father. And I take joy in lifting up those who are faithful in little, that I may entrust them with much. The world may offer you fleeting affections, false promises wrapped in temporary comfort, but I alone can bestow a love that never fades, a peace that cannot be stolen. I have woven into your very being the gifts of unshakable faith, indomitable courage, and a spirit that will not be broken. With these you shall scale the highest mountains and pass unscathed through the fiercest storms. No force of darkness can truly defeat you, for my power surges within you like a roaring fire that will not be quenched. Therefore, my beloved, do not shrink back. Stand tall and declare my name with boldness. Let your lips proclaim your trust in me, and watch as I cause walls to crumble and locked doors to swing open before you. Keep calling upon me, for I'm never far. My ear is tuned to your voice. My heart is moved by your cries. You may not always see the answers you seek in the moment you desire, but know this: I'm working, arranging, orchestrating, bending the course of history to align with the purpose I have ordained for you. I know the burdens that weigh upon your soul. I have seen the restless nights, the unspoken fears, the silent wrestling of your spirit. But do not fear, my child, for I am the one who transforms mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, despair into triumphant joy. Each tear that has fallen from your eyes has not been wasted. I have gathered them and shall use them to paint a testimony of my faithfulness upon the canvas of your life. Even in the thickest darkness, I am your light, burning bright, guiding you to places of peace and restoration. So speak to me. Tell me of your dreams, your deepest desires, your hidden sorrows. Let me breathe life over the dry bones of your despair. Do not let doubt be your master, nor let fear dictate your steps. Surrender all into my hands and watch as I turn the tides in your favor. Listen for my voice. It is not found in the roaring of the storm nor the clamor of the world, but in the gentle whisper that stirs your spirit, reminding you of a love that surpasses human understanding. I will never abandon you. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. My strong right hand upholds you, lifting you above the waves, leading you toward the destiny I have carved out for you since the foundations of the earth. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. Even now I am moving on your behalf, setting divine appointments, sending forth people who will bless you, aligning every event so that what seemed impossible becomes a testimony of my boundless power. So rest, my beloved. Lay down your worries at my feet and breathe in the peace that only I can give. The world may shift like sand, but I am your rock, your constant, your ever-present refuge. People may misunderstand you, but I know you fully and love you all the more. Let me fill you with a hope that cannot be shaken, a joy that revives every weary corner of your soul. You are more precious to me than you could ever comprehend. You are my beloved, my chosen, my delight. Speak my name with confidence. Walk in the assurance that I am for you, and nothing can stand against you. Open your heart and let faith unshackle new possibilities. Feel my spirit covering you, renewing your strength, lifting your burdens. I am the wellspring of love, the anchor of peace, the fountain of miracles. I am your Father, and you, my precious child, are never alone. My beloved, do you not know that I'm ever working for your good, even in the silent and unseen hours? My hands move with purpose beyond the veil of your understanding, clearing dangers before your feet ever reach them, dismantling snares that your eyes have not yet perceived. Rest now, my child. Breathe deeply of my peace, as one who nestles into the warmth of a sheltering embrace, on a cold and weary night. Your soul was never fashioned to dwell in the shadows of fear and doubt, but to soar upon the winds of faith and trust. Let the certainty of my providence be the fortress of your heart. When the path before you seems slow, when your spirit groans with longing and impatience, know this: your delays are not denials, nor are your waiting seasons void of my purpose. I am moving mountains on your behalf, shifting the very foundations of time and circumstance, so that when you arrive at the appointed moment, the road shall be straight, free of hidden perils. Trust me in the waiting, for though your eyes see not the hand that moves, my love is sculpting your journey with divine precision. Like the gardener who prunes the vine so that it may bear abundant fruit, so too do I shape your days with wisdom beyond measure. Oh, my precious child, hear me when I say that I am not distant from your struggles. My presence surrounds you in every battle, whether it rages in your body, your labor, your household, or the depths of your heart. I have declared victory over you long before the storm ever gathered. Though the world sees obstacles, I see opportunities for your refining, for your growth, for your strengthening. I am pouring into you the oil of gladness, breathing fresh courage into your weary bones, fashioning a shield around your heart so that no weapon forged against you shall prosper. Do not despair when doors remain shut or paths seem blocked, for even in what appears to be a setback, my hands are at work. If I close a door, it is only because I am leading you toward one far greater. If I bid you wait, it is only because I am weaving together something far more beautiful than your mind can fathom. The cries of your heart do not fall into emptiness. I hear each whispered prayer. I see each silent tear, and in the halls of eternity, I am crafting a testimony from what you now endure. Lift your eyes to me, my beloved, and do not let your heart grow faint. Let not the weight of this world press upon you, for you are not called to bear it alone. I walk beside you in the stillness of the night and in the brightness of the day. Even when you feel abandoned, I am there, unseen but unwavering. When human hands fail you, when mortal voices falter, my love remains, steadfast, eternal, and unshaken. Take heart, for even now I am breathing new life into barren places, calling forth streams in the desert of your sorrow. I'm restoring what was lost, rekindling what was dimmed, and bringing forth newness where all seemed dry and withered. Behold, I'm making all things new. The burdens that have weighed upon your spirit, the fears that have stolen your rest, the wounds that have lingered in your soul, I am tending to them with a healer's hand. The joy you thought was beyond reach shall return to you in fullness as light breaks forth at the dawning of a new day. So rise, my beloved, and cast off the garments of despair. Shake off the dust of yesterday's sorrow and clothe yourself in the splendor of my promises. Stand in faith, for the best chapters of your story have not yet been written. They unfold even now beneath the quill of my sovereign hand. I am your shelter, your fortress, your ever-present help in times of trouble. No shadow of darkness can quench the light I have placed within you. No storm is mightier than the one who holds you. Come before me with a heart made ready, with lips prepared to give thanks, for you shall see my goodness in the land of the living. Lift your head and behold the wonders I am performing. My love for you is boundless, unshaken, and eternal. Let it settle deep within your soul. Let it take root and flourish. For you are mine, and I am yours now and forevermore. My beloved, I walk before you, clearing the thorns that once ensnared your feet, sweeping away the shadows that sought to dim your path. No longer shall unseen chains bind you, nor shall the ghosts of past sorrows whisper deceit into your soul. I have unshackled you from the weight of regret, For I have cleansed you in the waters of my mercy. I have poured out the balm of renewal upon your weary spirit, and where exhaustion once ruled, strength now rises like the dawn. My angels stand as sentinels around you, their watch unbroken, their swords drawn to guard the blessings I have spoken into existence for you. Speak my name with unwavering faith. Let your voice rise like incense, fragrant and pure, for I am the Lord who delights in your trust. Believe, my child. Believe with a heart unafraid, for the miracles I have woven into the fabric of your days are already unfolding. You are cherished beyond human understanding, held in the embrace of a love that knows no bounds. That burden upon your heart, the one known only to you and to me, I have already lifted into my hands, where it is safe, where it is being transformed into something radiant and redeemed. Soon you shall see how I dissolve the knots of doubt, how I bring forth clarity like the breaking of a storm, revealing the clear sky beyond. Breathe, my beloved, and rest in my promises, for I have heard you. In the depths of your despair, when your cries echoed into the silence, I was there. And now I come to you, not as a distant whisper, but as a mighty comforter, bidding you to lay down your burdens at my feet. Trust, trust, trust. The doors you thought were sealed shall open in their appointed time. The tempest that rages will pass, and from the chaos shall rise a victory fashioned by my hand. Do not tremble before the winds of adversity, for I, your eternal Father, walk beside you. Press forward, my love, with the courage drawn from my unfailing devotion. When all seems lost, when weariness drapes itself over you like a heavy cloak, resist the temptation to surrender. Hold fast to the faith I have planted within you, for I am fortifying you with wisdom and resilience. Under my wings you shall find refuge. Within my embrace you are shielded from the enemy's schemes. When weakness overtakes you, I shall lift you up. When sorrow wearies your soul, I shall wrap you in the warmth of my everlasting arms. Come to me with your burdens, my precious one. Speak to me of your struggles. Whisper to me your fears, and know that I do not turn away. There is nothing you can confess that would cause me to forsake you. Nothing you can reveal that would make me withdraw my love. My blood was shed for your freedom. My sacrifice was made that you might walk in joy. I do not wish for you to carry the weight of worry upon your shoulders. It was never meant for you. Time and again I have whispered assurances into your heart, urging you to rest in me. Do not let the noise of fear drown out the melody of my truth. For anxious thoughts steal not only your peace, but the peace of those you love. Let my words be the anchor of your mind and the lamp to your soul. Beloved, know this. My plans for you stretch beyond the horizons of your understanding. What you see as an obstacle, I see as the forge where your faith is refined. Even when uncertainty clouds your vision, my spirit moves unseen, healing wounds, restoring what was lost, and turning mourning into rejoicing. Just as the gardener delights in his flourishing vineyard, so too do I rejoice in seeing you thrive. Let my grace water the parched soil of your heart, that you may blossom into all I have destined you to be. And remember, the blessings I pour upon you are not for you alone. They are also for those you hold dear. My love encompasses your household. My hand rests upon your loved ones, and even in their struggles, I am weaving miracles beyond what they can see. Let not the tidings of the world shake the faith I have placed within you. When voices of doubt rise, when fear seeks to entangle you, remember this: I am not the author of destruction, nor have I cast punishment upon you. Know, my beloved, I am the Redeemer who turns sorrow into song, who reshapes pain into promise. What was meant for harm I shall transform into a blessing. Therefore, do not be afraid. Come to me freely, for I long to show you wonders beyond your imagination. Let me open your eyes to new horizons and sharpen your wisdom for the choices ahead. Do not waste your breath on futile anxieties or on those who seek to drain the light from your soul. Leave them to me, for I know how to soften even the most hardened of hearts. Lift your eyes, my beloved, and fix them upon the future I have prepared for you. I have called you to be one of honor, to walk in abundance and resilience. You are not forgotten, nor are you forsaken. Within you I have placed gifts of compassion, of mercy, of the power to breathe life into weary souls with but a single word. Show my love in the way you live, in the kindness you extend to others, in the way you become a refuge to the broken. For you are my vessel, my chosen one, a beacon of hope in a world longing for light. Even now I am stretching your faith, calling you higher, drawing you into a depth of trust you have never known. When doubt creeps into your mind, I will remind you of my faithfulness again and again until your heart beats in perfect rhythm with my promises. Watch, and you will see. I'm unweaving your anxieties, binding up your wounds, lifting the weight from your spirit, piece by piece, until joy replaces sorrow. Open your eyes, and behold my hand at work in every moment of your journey. My love surrounds you. My presence goes before you. I am your fortress, your stronghold, your unshakable shield. Stand tall, my precious one. Walk with confidence, for I have placed my strength within you. Let my light shine through your smile. Let my joy fill your steps. For you I have prepared blessings beyond your dreams, opportunities for growth, friendships that will sustain you, and a family that will one day rise and call you blessed. Even now, as I renew your spirit, know this: the enemy may whisper lies, but his voice shall not prevail. Some may scoff at your faith, some may call your dreams impossible, but do not listen to them. Hold fast to my vision, walk boldly in the path I have set before you, and know that you are forever wrapped in the embrace of my unending love. Beloved, lift your eyes to the heavens, for I have commanded my mighty angels to encircle you, their radiant wings outstretched, forming a shield of celestial fire that no darkness can penetrate. Their watchful gaze follows you upon every path, their presence standing guard over your coming and your going. Let your heart be steadfast, for you are not forsaken nor forgotten. You are held in the chambers of my love, cherished beyond the reckoning of time. Rejoice, for your life is of immeasurable worth to me. I've engraved your name upon the palms of my hands, and my thoughts toward you outnumber the grains of sand upon the shores. Immerse yourself in my word, drink deeply from its wellspring, and let its wisdom be a lamp to your feet and a song upon your lips. Guard the treasury of your heart, revealing not every longing nor every sorrow to those unworthy of its riches. Await my divine orchestration, for I am the master weaver, intertwining your journey with those who will uphold you in prayer, who will call forth your destiny, who will stand beside you as pillars in the house of your faith. When the burdens of this world weigh heavy upon your soul, when sorrow threatens to engulf you, know this: I am the lifter of your head, the one who gathers every tear, the one who will restore you with a joy the world cannot take away. Entrust your worries to my keeping, lay down your burdens at my feet, and I shall carry them as a shepherd bears his weary lamb. Draw near to me, and I will draw near to you. In the hush of worship, in the sacred silence of surrender, you will find a peace that flows like a river, a stillness that the tempests of life cannot disturb. The voices of doubt, the murmurs of the accuser, the restless anxieties of the soul, all shall be silenced before the weight of my love. For when I declare peace over you, it is not a fleeting whisper, but a decree that shakes the heavens and binds the storms in chains. Therefore, let thanksgiving spring from your lips like an everlasting fountain. Recall the wonders I have already worked in your life. See how I have erased your sins as a mist vanishes before the rising sun. I have healed your wounds, drawing you forth from the pit of despair, setting your feet upon solid ground. No longer shall you hunger for the approval of men, for I have clothed you in the garments of my favor, and none shall strip them away. I am your unshakable refuge, your eternal companion, the bread that nourishes your spirit and satisfies every longing. Look to me as your king, your shepherd, your unfailing provider, your healer whose touch restores all that was lost. Open your spiritual eyes, and behold, I have set before you a threshold into a new and sacred way of living. No longer shall you wander the corridors of sorrow. I call you forward into a destiny shimmering with promise. My love shall be your fortress, my grace the net that catches you when you stumble. Even in your faltering steps, my mercy shall uphold you, preventing your fall from becoming ruin. I am carving a path where none existed before, making streams flow in the desert, lighting the way with the brilliance of my glory. You are precious to me, my chosen one, clothed in my righteousness and crowned with my unfailing kindness. Therefore, step forward with unwavering courage. Let hope be your song, and do not falter when trials arise, for I have already gone before you, clearing the road, preparing your victory. Trust in me, my beloved, and I will draw you close, holding you through your weeping and rejoicing with you in your triumphs. Your life shall be a living testimony to the boundless depths of my love, a beacon of light to those lost in the shadows. In me you have all you need to flourish, to rise, to transform the world around you with an unbreakable faith. Do not retreat into fear, nor let discouragement shroud your heart. Even in the darkest hour, remember that I am by your side, enfolding you in my everlasting embrace, bestowing upon you every resource you require. Sing forth songs of praise, let your voice drown out the whispers of doubt. My angels stand as sentinels about you, and my spirit breathes new life into your being. Be strengthened, be resolute, for you are loved beyond measure by the one who holds the cosmos in his hands, yet cradles you with even greater tenderness. Picture yourself clothed in armor, forged by my own hand. Faith unbreakable, hope unyielding. You were not created to shrink in fear before the giants of this world, but to rise in victory, to walk in the radiance of truth. The lies of the enemy crumble like dust before my word, and the darkness of fear dissolves in the brilliance of my love. Yet be warned, my beloved, for there are those who would seek to dim your light. They watch your confidence, they envy your peace, and their whispers aim to sow doubt where faith has taken root. They will say, "Surely you are mistaken. Surely God does not care. Surely your struggles are in vain." But hear me, before the dawn of each day, before your first breath upon waking, my love has already covered you like a shield. It is this love that strengthens you when the world seeks to tear you down. It is this love that upholds you when all else fades. So walk forward, my child. Let the storms rage if they must. Let the mountains shake. Let the earth tremble beneath your feet. None of it can take you from my hand. You are mine, and I will keep you, now and forevermore. Beloved, rest in the refuge of my embrace, for I have spread my wings over you like a mighty eagle, shielding its young. In the secret place of my presence, no storm can shake you, no darkness can consume you, no shadow of fear can take hold. Let this truth settle deep within your soul. My love is your unshakable foundation, a fortress stronger than the highest mountains, a river more abundant than the seas. Whisper it to yourself in the quiet hours of the night. Let it echo in your heart at dawn. My words are eternal, my promises unbroken, my devotion to you boundless as the heavens above. Do you not see, my child? I am the balm that seeps into every wound, the light that drives away the specters of doubt. When fear rises like a tide to drown you, I'm the hand that lifts you above the waves. When sorrow creeps like a thief in the night, I'm the song that rekindles your joy. I take the ashes of your despair and weave them into a tapestry of beauty. The burdens that bend your shoulders, the grief that dampens your spirit, the chains that have bound you in silence, I break them all with a whisper of my mercy. And yet, I am more than a gentle healer. I am the fire within your soul, the holy spark that ignites your spirit with a fervor the world cannot quench. When weariness makes your steps heavy, when the voices of discouragement slither like serpents into your thoughts, I am the consuming flame that burns away falsehoods, that turns lies to cinders, that fans the embers of your faith into a blazing inferno. I set your heart aflame once more, that you may love without fear, that you may dream without hesitation, that you may rise, unshackled, into the purpose I have ordained for you. Do not, my beloved, give despair even a foothold. It seeks only to unravel the tapestry of hope I have woven for you. Keep your thoughts anchored in my truth. Let my voice be the melody that guides your steps. Do not lock away the pains that gnaw at your joy. Bring them to me. Confide in me your struggles, your weaknesses, your failures, and watch as I transform them into testimonies of grace. I am not a harsh judge, poised to condemn. I am your Father, your Redeemer, the King who calls you my own. Have I not already proven the depths of my love? Was it not written upon the rugged wood of the cross, etched into the crimson streams that poured from my hands and side? The price I paid was greater than all the treasures of the earth, and I paid it for you, that you might know, beyond all doubt, that you are worth everything to me. I have seen every stumble, counted every tear, and still I have chosen you. Still, I pursue you with a love undeterred, a grace relentless, a mercy everlasting. But my child, the time has come to rise. You have dwelled in the shadows long enough. Leave behind the heavy chains of fear, shame, regret. Step forward as a sojourner stepping into a land of uncharted wonders. The path before you shimmers with promise, each new day pregnant with possibilities beyond your imagining. Do you not perceive it? I'm doing a new thing, even now. I'm calling you into a life brimming with divine appointments, where my spirit moves like a gentle wind, stirring the waters of your destiny. Let my words take root in the soil of your heart. Do not merely hear them, cling to them, breathe them in, live them out. I love you, my child, and that love is not fleeting, not fragile, not subject to the tides of this world. It's here today. It will be here tomorrow, ever calling, ever drawing you closer. Do not settle for mere glimpses of my glory. Come deeper, press in further. There are still untold mysteries of my grace that I long to unveil before your eyes. Treasures of my presence yet undiscovered. Speak to me. Let your voice rise to the heavens. Whisper your dreams, your questions, your fears. I am listening, always listening, and in return, I will speak wonders into your spirit. I will unfold before you the riches of my kingdom. Miracles will meet you in the mundane. Grace will greet you in the quiet hours, and love, unshakable, unbreakable, unstoppable, will pour over you like the first light of dawn. So lift your hands, lift your voice. Let the cry of your heart reach my throne. Declare it now, Lord, I love you, and know that even now my own heart rejoices in your sincerity. Come to me again tomorrow and the next day and the next, for I have more to say, more to reveal, more of my wonder to bestow upon you. This love that pulses within you even now, it is but the beginning of the story I am writing in your life. Prepare yourself, my beloved, for I am not yet done pouring blessings upon you. Walk forward in faith. Step into the destiny I have fashioned for you. For in my love, you will find your truest home, your deepest joy, your everlasting purpose. Amen.